All right, good morning, everybody. If you can hear me and if the mic sounds good, hit that number 1, please. And if you can hear me and if the mic sounds good, Hoover Trucking, Kevin. There we go. James, HR. Perfect. Brian. I went for a walk. Scalpers, that's right. All right, good morning, everybody. Okay, very quickly, for those of you that watched this in the archive, thank you very much. Just to be transparent and upfront, if you want to have something to continue to watch in the archive, then this is totally viewer supported. So code CLAY, all caps, is how you can help support the stream with any of these prop firms. So whatever these prop firms, whenever they run a deal, whatever that promotion is, code CLAY, again, it's case sensitive, all caps, will give you access to that deal. So it allows you to save some money and also help support something that you want to continue to watch. So a good win-win for everybody. I recommend Take Profit Trader. I think they're the king of the prop firm world, but if you use any of these that you see here on the screen, like I said, code CLAY, all caps, is how you can help support the stream. So I appreciate and thank all of you that have done it, and also just thank you for even considering. All right. Well, good morning, everybody. It is Monday, June 15th. The year is 2026, and things have slowed down quite a bit. They're still active. There's still money to be made, but we're getting more so into what I would consider normal trading right now. And I talked about this last week, probably some brain rewiring might need to happen because I think we're all used to seeing like a candle like this. Oh man, that was probably at least like 180 points. And today, let's see, 450. That was a 50-point candle. Don't get me wrong, a 50-point candle, that's a big candle. But like I said, last week, that candle at least bare minimum 100 points. How you doing about Clay? Been second you out on moment. Cool. Well, good to have you. Morning, Rebel. So yes, you can still blow accounts, don't get me wrong, but I would assume blown accounts are a lot less prevalent in this sort of environment, which again is, the metric around here, just looking at the distance between the numbers over here. If we look at this number and then you go up to this number, last week that was always basically like 50 points. Today, it's 20 points. So position size, it is always important, but the market is offering up a little bit of wiggle room. So if maybe you get a little too big on a position size, it can still cost you, like I said. But last week, if you got even a little too big, like odds are, you're either going to get paid big or you were cooked. So how are all your mornings going, though, so far? Good, bad, great? Passed an account, blew an account, qualified for a payout? What are you guys all up to so far? Hopefully everybody had a good weekend. Flew back in. I'm still pretty tired. My flight left Grand Rapids yesterday morning at 6 a.m. So, of course, you got to wake up, get to the airport. So it was a long morning. My family still is back in Michigan, but I'm back here, help keep an eye on the house project. So it's not that the internet was bad on Friday. It held up, but always it makes me feel better to know that I am now backed by fiber internet. Past the 50K, nice job. Oh, nice, Brian. I'm red. Well, hopefully, Rick, that's all good habits. Tiny green. Went for a walk today. Net knob green, higher risk and faster payouts versus moderate risk. Higher risk and faster payouts versus moderate risk and taking longer in prop trading. Yeah, I mean, that sounds like a higher risk for faster payouts. Given this is a game of risk management, I want the one that can help the risk situation. So under my premise that trading is ultimately not about making money, therefore who cares how fast the payouts are, my premise is form good risk management because risk management is the pillar. What's the secret, Clay? What's the holy grail to trading? Risk management, and that's what prop firms are. So yes, no, I would not take higher risk just so I can get faster payouts because no, it's not about the payouts. It's not actually about making money. Blind drunk monkeys can make money. You gotta be able to manage risk though. I don't know if that's what I don't know if I answered you or not there, Philip, but Are you all right with still waiting? I'm a little bit on the edge of my seat. It's supposed to get tested today. I don't know how long a test takes, but yeah, I who knows? I might get notified. So right now I'm upset at people that keep texting me because I'm like, okay, is that finally going to be my wife? Because they're going to call my wife since she's the one that submitted the information. But no, nothing. And they're in the Eastern time, so it's 10:50 there. So what are they doing? I guess it is technically, well, it's a state level lab. So those government employees killing me. Again, it is not actually dead out there. This is still good quality movement, but per your point, NetNob, and like I was talking about last week, this is the rewiring that our brains are going to have to start to do. We're going to have to start to get used to just the normal 20-point, distance right here. Like, this is normal. A candle like, in fact, you could still say that, man, that candle was 50 points. That's still pretty aggressive. Yeah, exactly. If I'm well aware that, like, if you want to get traffic and push stuff, then yes, focus on the making money, because risk management is a more boring topic. But we're just, yeah, it is. I mean, some are going to say, well, yeah, it's kind of chopping around, but within the chop, it is forming, basically this overall bull pennant pattern. No, you guys are, what is, as of now, what is going on? I promise you, NetNob, it has nothing to do with summer. And my proof of that would be if Trump tweets, the deal is off, we're bombing them and we're hitting their infrastructure. If he were to say that, I assure you the market would not care that it's summer. The market would pick back up very, very quickly. Or if Iran says, what is Trump talking about? There is no deal, or now we changed your mind, bring it on, blah, blah, blah. I assure you the market does not care that it's summer. That is certainly definitely not the reason why it slowed down. It slowed down because that, the current, hopefully you should know this, NetNob, but I mean, at least from the headline standpoint, that a tentative deal is supposedly reached. Yeah, exactly. Or like MJ says, it was summer last week too, NetNob. Just trade micros and risk man. Yeah, Sam, agreed. Hey, good morning, Joseph. I think I'm saying that right. But yeah, right now it is more of a waiting game. Not quite like last week, where I mean, you could, in all actuality, probably put on a trade every 5 minutes if you really wanted to, because there was so much movement and all that. Hey, thank you, Daniel. I appreciate that. Yeah, keep me posted on how it all goes. Ski never went anywhere. Never went anywhere. I don't know how to trade today. Yeah, a lot of people are feeling that way. Myself, I don't want to say I did fine, but yeah, brain rewiring. Assuming nothing with the war changes, we're all gonna have to get used to back to the kind of this normal action right now. There is no gasoline right now of drama on the fire. Philip, I like the 150K and the 50K. Would you rather have Courage, the Cowardly Dog, as a pet, or Scooby-Doo? I only know who Scooby-Doo is. I do not know the other dog. Well, I get that, NetNob. I understand that it usually slows over the summer. I'm just saying that I think right now the reason why it's kind of chilling out is just because the drama has apparently taken a rest. But yeah, if there had never been any drama, sure, yeah, it'll still kind of mellow out somewhat. But yeah, I guess in this particular situation, I would not blame it on summer. I would say, okay, over the weekend, I guess it started on Friday. Some apparent progress was made. Yeah, I do not. I Courage the Cowardly Dog. I knew who was the dog that was like a detective. What was that for? Was that the Dare? Did Dare have a dog? Dare to keep a kid off track. Whatever. Who had to take Dare? Is Dare even around? No, Dare's a lion. Okay. What am I thinking? There's like a detective dog. Yeah, McGruff, the crime dog. What's he for? Okay, we got some. Does anybody know? Is Dare still around? Oh yeah, I do remember. Yeah, he's funny. That's true. Scooby Doo was technically a detective. Yeah, I do know about Clifford. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Take a bite out of crime. But like, what was that ad campaign for? Just like for kids to keep an eye out for bad things, or is that like associated with something? One thing I know, I can definitely get back up to five. Probably might even go some eight MNQ here. Last week eight was borderline. Yeah, I'm I'm up to eight. Hey, good job, JSR, and thank you as always for using code Clay. I don't know. How do I asked the chat. I usually Trade gives a like a pop up, like, do you want us to roll the contracts forward? I did not get the pop up yet, but do the MNQU Nolan? Do those are those trading better or look pretty much the same? I also think that has something to do with it. Not that I have decades of futures experience, but I've been around long enough. And correct me if I'm wrong. Maybe this is just some sort of confirmation bias, but it also seems though when we get around that period where people like we are right now, I don't know. Do I stay in this contract? Or do I go to the next one? So people's attention basically gets split. It does seem like it slows down at that point too. You got the pop up? You're on M. Okay, I got the pop up for I think the E no. I got the pop up for I thought it was the ES. All right, let me yeah. Let's do that. MNQ U6. I'm not sure it looks that different. Yeah, I mean that makes sense, John. That you divide people's attention, therefore now each have less volume, less liquidity, therefore Mr. Patty says MNQ. Okay, so I okay. Well, there are sites out there. Let's just make it very simple. Would somebody? I don't know what these sites are, but what who has more volume right now? Overall volume, the Q or M contract? I'm sorry, did I say Q? I meant the U. The U or M contract? Which one has more volume? Okay, cool. Thank you, isolationist. Okay, you. All right, I'm going with you then, folks. Wait, there's an easier way to do this. Over here, I think. Yeah, roll forward. Boom. Boom. Maybe there's an even easier way to do all this, but it's better than at least typing. Boom. Am I supposed to do all of them? Gold too? You country. Oh, double the volume? Okay. Is this for gold and stuff like that too? Because I did just roll gold and oil also, or no? I probably not for gold. Gold, precious metal, or at least gold. That's on a different cycle. Yeah, yeah. Thank you, Patty. That's what I thought. Yep. Okay. Not gold. Not oil either. All right, there we go. We are in business. Now we'll look to buy a pullback here. So there's this general area of resistance right here. It's been broken. So now is it an area of support? So let's see if we can get kind of one of these type of movements here. So if this wants to pull back, I'm looking to get long. Hey, Ace, good morning. I mean, those are kind of big differences, John. Other than the wicks, which are pretty nasty, and the generally crap movement. Well, I mean, crazy wicks and generally crap movement. That seems like something that'd be worth the difference there, John. I like how you're like, other than those two major, well, blew my first prop account without ever getting a payout. So you're on your second account. Am I understanding this right? Self-made, you're only on your second account? Oh, I see what you're saying, John. Gotcha. Okay. Thank you for the clarification. That was funny. Hey, good morning, rookie. No, first pro account. Oh, so it sounds like you were not doing the racehorse model then? Was that you were only run one account at a time? Okay, looking for a long here at the green line. If we can get down there. Yeah, I mean, that's everybody will be there. Everybody, well, okay, everybody's a strong word. The vast majority of people will have an experience where you get a prop or you pass the test, you get your pro, and then you cook that before you can get a payout. It happens. Yes, keeping the West Wild code again, with any prop firms. This is across the board. Whatever deal the prop firm is offering, code Clay or any other codes will give you the same deal. But thank you for asking, keeping, and not just assuming that it didn't. So I appreciate you asking, but yes, it does. Now that you said that, they did not do that part. There are some traditional elements to it, but not that one. Now that you said that, no, there was no. What's the thing that's wrapped around the girl's leg? The garter. There wasn't that or the bouquet thing. But they did still do like dance with the father, dance with the mother, cut the cake. Hey, good morning, Evan. All right, I guess you're not going to pull back enough, so I'll cancel that out. Yeah, I mean, keep the West Wild if you're trying to do the essence of the racehorse model, then that would make sense. Whoa, 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 what? What is this? What is this nonsense? What? Why is oil all of a sudden doing this? Now, to be fair, it's not like the market just cratered either, but what's up with oil? This looks, is it? Now, this has happened over the, okay, this is the 5 minute. So, what, yeah, this is 5, 10, 15. We're going about 20 minutes straight. What's up with oil here all of a sudden? I don't know if this is necessarily news because usually news happens all in one candle, right? And it's like, boom, the first like minute, seconds. But this is like a prolonged kind of move up. No updates on the bat thing. I'm waiting right now to hear from my wife, who hopefully hears from the testers today. I was hoping it'd have already been done, but I don't know. Oh, now Mars showed up. Great. Darius, day trading futures, specifically micro futures through a prop firm, mathematically is the best way for somebody like you to go about it. Day trading futures through a prop firm. And if the prop firm that I use, and I would highly recommend as a beginner to the prop firm world, is Take Profit Trader. That's used across the top of the screen because they have a very clean set of rules, and you're not going to get overwhelmed by them. So, yeah, that is what I would say for somebody that is. We are in a very golden age of day trading right now, thanks to the invention of micro futures and prop firms. Hey, Bobo. Probably just squeezing everyone who thought the war is over. Yeah, yeah, might just be totally technical, but bummer. When we cracked down through 80, I was really hoping that would go more than 20 cents, but Houthi news versus oil tanker. Okay. Yeah, overall markets. Yeah, that's interesting. Oil cares, but it hesitantly cares, which really shows how things have slowed down. Because I mean, last week that would have been like a multi-dollar move, and right now it hasn't even moved an entire dollar, despite those big green candles. We still have an oil supply. Yeah, I don't know. It's the oil thing it's interesting. Now all I'm trying to figure out is okay, do I go and get gas for the lawnmower today, or do I wait for another day because it's about to drop? But I'm like, well, wait a second, Clay. Let's just grant that it drops a dollar. It's not going to drop a dollar tomorrow, but let's just say it did. Your gas cans that you're about to fill up are 1 gallon each. So, I mean, are you really going to just like rearrange your schedule potentially tomorrow when you know today is good weather? Are you really going to do all that to save $2? And it's not going to be $2, obviously, right? Because I can't see gas dropping a dollar per gallon overnight. But yeah, so volume profile on the right is how did I do that? Here, I think. No, that's a lie. Here? No, here. Yeah, okay, here and then right there, volume day profile. What an idiot. Because I set my platform up like 2 years ago. I don't, and so I'm a little shaky, a little fuzzy on some of the stuff. Hey, Maddie Futures. I signed up for Chevron Rewards. Nice. Yeah, I really like that pullback point. But it's like becoming a grinder, and I say that because it makes it scary to get short. But it's also made such a move where to get long right there seems like such a chase. Yeah, just slowing up, like it's grinding everybody into dust. I think you saw. By the way, thank everybody. If you when you are talking to somebody, you guys have been doing a good job of just tagging the other person. That way, uh, I don't confuse myself. Everybody should lock in 40%. Yeah, yeah. The deals, and that's what's nice about Take Profit Trader. The deal that you get, it stays that way until you pass the account. Because technically, all these accounts are subscriptions until you pass. So yeah, the subscription will stay the same. I still remember. I think it was Jim. Anyways, I'm pretty sure it was Jimbo. Some of you know who Jimbo is. But when he got his first payout, he was all confused because he's like, man, these numbers aren't adding up. Like it's more than what I should be getting. And then it finally dawned on him that the account that he had passed and then gotten a payout, when he had bought that account like a few months prior, it was when they were doing, they being Take Profit Trader did the deal where once you, upon your first payout, they would refund you back whatever you spent on whatever you bought the account for. So I cannot remember. I think he got like an extra $117 back or something. Because my point is, yes, it's a lifetime deal. So whatever deals you take advantage of that'll be what it cost you until you pass that account. So yes, agreed. Now would be the time to take advantage of the deals. With all due respect, why are you not using the ATM? Well, I mean, I use it sometimes, but not all the time. Look at BKNG. Well, no, I mean, I don't feel like watching paint dry. People want to see some actual movement. No, I said way back when that I made it my goal was I wasn't going to trade any pro accounts until I got 10 past accounts. But self-admittedly, that was probably a bit excessive. Basketball, I don't. Well, you could look at that. You could give me the best small cap mover of today, and the math would still show that it's garbage compared to futures. We've done this many times. We're like, oh yeah, well I made 40, and then we cross check it with the numbers of futures and then prop firms. And then especially if you want to get into copy trading, a stock shooting up is still way worse than futures. And like I said, the math backs up. All the math will show you is that to take advantage of a stock that's shooting up really quickly, you need way more capital. Therefore, you have on more risk. You need these big moves. And even with all those things, even getting those big moves, you're still making less than you would with less risk on the table and needing less money with futures in a prop firm. There is no recap to be done for the day. There's nothing really, no blown accounts for me. So yeah, I didn't do really a recap just because there's nothing to really talk about. Just got the drawdown from. All right, John. Hey, you're fighting back. I don't know. I would say, well, how new are you? Let's start there. How new are you to trading? The newer you are, I would say the more you should do because each one is also essentially providing you a proof of concept. Like, are you sure you passed because you have a quality strategy, or did you pass just because you kind of just got lucky? I'd rather have that figured out before I go start to put pro accounts on the line. And that is what's, again, awesome about take profit traders. Other prop firms, they don't let you do the proof of concepts. They say, you passed, now you got to get this thing activated within the next, week or whatever. Or else they charge you to just keep each account. But with take profit trader, once you pass, all the fees go away, and they don't say you have to activate it right away at all. So yeah, Bobo, I would say that depends on how new of a trader you are. Like if you're a battle-hardened veteran, yeah, I would still say get a couple pass. Because there are other benefits to it too. It's just not the proof of concept angle. But somebody that's a battle-hardened veteran probably needs way less of a proof of concept than somebody that is just getting started. Still waiting for this thing to pull back. Now, I'm going to have to really bring my A game from the live stream perspective. I don't know what rabbit holes we're going to have to go down, but, I mean, with this sort of kind of return to normal, there's not always going to be something that I can constantly talk about market-wise. I mean, even when it's really good. If you've been here before, you know I can easily get distracted, but but that was a good question, Bobo. Maybe that's probably how I should answer that moving forward. Is how many accounts should you get past before starting? More so, well, how new of a trader are you? All right, this is usually not a good sign when you just kind of, the market breaks your spirit and you're like, all right, fine, I just want to get long here. I'm sick of this thing not pulling back to my points. Okay, I'm trying to get long here. Okay, I am long. I'll take the little scalp. Oh, that's right. Okay, that's right. I changed contracts. For a second, I was like, did I just trade oil or something? But no, that's see, these days are annoying too, because when people ask, it's gonna be like, okay, this is NQ, that's MNQ, but that's MNQ with the M contract. And then I did make the change. That is MNQ with the U. That's supposed to be a U. Anyways, there you go. Hey, good morning, Cam. Yes, the past couple of weeks have definitely been wild, and we are all now in brain rewiring mode. we do have it compounded though with now the contracts switching over. Things always definitely get more squirrely in this time too. So it's kind of extra squirrely right now out there. But on the good news front, I'm not going to call you a mad person if you're doing, 5, 8, 10 MNQs. What does the U mean? What is that? Something about the month, I think. Those are the things where that's really like, I got to learn all about futures. I mean, I guess, but like, if you don't know what the U stands for, I'm not quite sure like how that factors into your ability to make money from them. You know what I mean? I think it's the month though, if I remember right. But it was a long time since I actually learned like all those kind of weird details about futures. 7 contract? Oh, you're right, it is. You're right, it is. Good eye, Brad. Thank you, sir. There we go. Hey, JP. Yeah, the month of expiration. I got to be nervous. I'm also just I'm nervous. I'm a little nervous, even though the stats are there, and I realize the bat should come back negative, and even if it comes back positive, it's not like I'm dead. It just means I got to do an extra step in all this. But like, I really wish they'd just give me the answer. Like, my mind is definitely not like fully focused. I thought the weekend was going to be bad. I'm like, oh great, now I got to wait the weekend. But it was actually not that bad because it's like, okay, well, I have to wait till Monday anyway, so it was easier to get out of my mind. But now it's like, no, today's the day. But like when today, I don't know. So it's got me. I know. And I'm a believer in the stats. I am. But the stats are still not guarantees, There's a different drawdown on the pro. I think it's quarterly. Gotcha. Some of you are probably like, what is it? What the bat? What's this guy talking about? I don't want to talk about it anymore because then we're gonna get all these medical experts that are not medical experts piping up. I do. It is on the mind. Not too bad, Sugar. How about yourself? Hopefully you had a good weekend. Bobos, you got to you're getting so far ahead of yourself right now. I appreciate you trying to like plan and all this sort of stuff. I get it. I really do. I appreciate that in many areas of life. But in this realm, just one step at a time is a good thing. First, just get an account. Second, don't blow up the account. Third, get the thing passed. And then, one bridge at a time. I appreciate, again, the fact that you're trying to look 37 bridges ahead. But like one bridge at a time is the best way to go about it. Winter is coming. What country are you in? Yeah, Sugar the guy. We just need Big Mama. We had some other good names too. What was the other one? Oh, and Blueberry. We need Blueberry back too. Hey, Junkie. Yeah, you don't have to apologize for that. Like I said, trading is just weird because some areas where like it's a good thing of life, it's like a terrible thing in trading. The best example I think is I'll fix it, never give up, never surrender. Especially if you're American, the American way, figure it out, put on your bootstraps, put on your hard hat, and it's like, no, in trading, just quit. And what I mean by that is just quit the trade. Cut the loss, get out. Don't try to fix it. Don't try to be a superhero. But in so many places of life, that's like such a good attitude. Never give up, never surrender. I'm going to work through it. I'm going to figure it out. I'm going to make it happen. Oh my goodness. What a mentality. Like, if that's your mentality in life, I want to be your friend. But man, that is such a bad mentality in trading. Such a bad mentality. You got to be a quitter. Got to be good at quitting. Hi, it's my first day trading futures. How long? Probably about 10 minutes. Anyone else get eval banned? Not that I'm aware of, Steve. That's true. Sugar, you guys are like the groupies. No trades today, May 25. Oh, dang. Nice job, Double A. Hey, good morning, Sky Mountain. From Argentina. Well, hola, Diego. I am terrible at taking losses. Yeah. Not easy to do. Hey, Booger. Good morning. People that are like that are exhausting to be around. What, the go-getters? The we'll fix it, we'll make it happen, those people? Or the quitters? Because in real life, quitters are, I would say the quitters, the pessimists. The, oh, this is too hard. Those are the ones that drive me nuts. I like a hyper go-getter. To be fair, I guess you didn't say that exhausting is bad. You're just saying it's exhausting to be around those type of people. Pretty funky 5-minute. Hazu. Oh, I gotta roll this two forward. $37 minutes in, only one trade. I'm trying. Even this, just these pullbacks are not pulling back anywhere close to what I'd like to see them. Yeah. Again, that's what makes trading hard. You got to be a good Twitter. Got to be a good Twitter. Got to be a good loot. I don't even know how I got to that. Yeah, maybe the markets are waiting to see what he has to say. Only one trade a day. Yeah, it happens, that knob. Don't beat yourself up too much. All right, oil pulling back her a little bit. Just so I would just say pull back. I would not call that a reverse or anything. Everyone trading from 9 to 11. Well, I don't know about that. 9 to... What makes you say that? Under the payment history, do you know what the cash back? No. I'm not even sure what you're necessarily referring to. Hey, what's up, Elevated? How were the in-laws were great. I love my in-laws. I am very blessed. So yeah, no, it's for me. It's definitely not like the typical. Oh, great! I gotta go spend time with my mother-in-law, and it's the exact opposite of that. But it was good. It was fun. I'm now back. Family is still back in Michigan. I think they're gonna drive back on Saturday. But we still got a house project going on, so we want to have physical eyes on the project. So here I am. I'll tell you what, that flight from, because you can't get any direct flights from Grand Rapids to Des Moines, so you got to go through Chicago. It's so funny. Like literally, if you've made this flight, you know what I'm talking about. So either direction, but like the plane ascends, and then I don't know, maybe 10 minutes into the flight, maybe. Okay, okay, attendants, please prep the aircraft for descent. It's like, okay, well, it is a short flight. Oh no. Well, given I taught John Travolta how to dance, that should say everything. Any trades today? Yes. That's what that's showing you down there, Sam. Only one trade so far on stream. All right, well, I'm going to look for this now as a pullback point. And then even from Chicago to Des Moines, that was, I don't even, was that maybe like a 45-minute air to air? Now, of course, it takes longer when you're taxiing, blah, blah, blah. But like time in the air, that wasn't that long either. All right, I'm about to be dented here, I think. I might try a short if it rejects. Just put my stop right above the highs here. Okay, I'm in. I'm short. Looking at maybe like a little bit of a double top here. Is this the same type of platform as Webull? Well, yeah, I mean, yeah, yes, in some ways, no, in other ways. But no, I would not say to use Webull because that if you're using Webull, that means you're using your own money. And what I'm doing here is in a prop firm, so very little of capital is at risk. Come on now. That's strong. It is strong. It doesn't want to quite make that push down. Still got a chance, but like that candle. Don't love it, but I like it. I am short. Come on, get down there. I'd really like to move my stop to break even just to get the risk behind me, but that was not a big enough of a move to be able to do that. So yes, I know I had the scalp available, but thought maybe we'd get a little bit more of a pullback here. But I mean, we are still so far above the 21 EMA, but that does not mean the thing has to pull back. Yeah, I'll probably get through Booger, but like that is also a very quick way to ramp up your risk too, right? Because you got to buy all those accounts, activate all those accounts, all that sort of stuff. About to get stopped out, and I am not quite sure how I didn't get stopped out there. No, I don't believe you. You're just trying to get my hopes up that now you're about to move down. You're going to come right back up. I don't believe you, market. You're going to come stop me out. Don't act like you're going to go red. Don't believe you. Nope. I am not getting any hopes up. I'm fully planning on getting stopped out here. Well, the first thing children should be exposed to, in my opinion, would be investing, not trading. Get them investing first. Anybody can invest. Anybody can invest. I'll say that again. Anybody can invest. All right, Nab, have a good one. Okay, I knew it. I knew you were going to. It is not like last week. That's for sure. Hey, TA. I'd only copy trade a micro. Yeah, exactly. So, I mean, again, pros and cons with everything. Yes, if you're copy trading a bunch of accounts and it works out, I understand the math for sure, but that is two-sided math, and there's also the mental component. Like, would you really be able to handle, copy trading 40 accounts at once? Maybe. And for you, I mean, I'm jealous of you. I think our brains are a little different. All right, well, I know I had the scalp, but I thought I'd get at least maybe something a little. No, I never thought that this thing would, reverse or crash, but thought I'd get a little thing more. Bank of Japan interest rate tonight. And yeah, I'd agree with that analysis for sure, John. Okay, what if they had a get rich quick idea and said, Dad, I'll just open 20 prop firms? Well, per your premise, get rich quick ideas I reject straight away. So I'd say no. Get rich quick, that's no. What prop firm do I use? Take Profit Trader. That is the link that you see at the top of the screen. That's also pinned in the chat box there. That takes you to who I use and recommend. Oh, you're just sorry. Sorry, sometimes it's hard to know. We've seen some crazy stuff over the past, I don't know now, 18 months I've been live streaming. These days are so irritating. Especially as someone that's trying to be patient, trying to wait for a quality pullback, and it just is not quite. I mean, it is pulling back, but it's never been enough. And then, so this is how I've been triggered in the past. And then when it finally does pull back to to hit me at one of these levels, well, that's no longer pullback. That's now the reversal. And then I just get chopped. Then I get a bunch of cuts on the way down, and it's just annoying. That's seemingly what maybe today is shaping up to be. Where I finally get my pullback, but it's not actually a pullback. It's the reverse, or it's the reversal. You've gotten phone calls about algo trading bots, Junkie? I don't know the best way for me to trade these days, so I don't trade at all. Well, I'd say there's probably some wisdom in that. Hopefully you're still trying to figure out how you should be trading and how you could be trading days like this. But yeah, if you don't know how to trade, seems like good advice to me. Then I better not trade. Oh, I did not realize they would call. Yeah, I what was that? Huh? I hit a 5. I hit the 5. I don't think did I hit F5 accidentally and thinking I was hitting 5? Maybe that's what I don't know what happened there. Maybe I hit F5, but everything just disappeared and came back again. That was weird. Yeah, but yes, I agree. It can be, but what I'm struggling with on the trend day. Whoa! Uh-oh. Doxol. What time is it? Was it Doxol? Well, that yellow line would have been amazing. Didn't have my order. See? Typical. No. Is this actually that crazy? For today, sure. But the definition of crazy has shifted from last week to today. So this move here is a whopping 30 up to... Yeah, this is a whopping 25-point range right now. Okay, I lied. 20 up to 55. 35-point range. If you were here last week, you know that a 35-point range is like... Let me put it this way. If a 35-point range candle happened last week, everybody would be yawning like, uh-oh, why is it so slow? DXY is shooting up. What's DXY? All right, do I try? This is a little spooky as it pulled back. All right, now I'm going to wait for down here now. With this action, I'm waiting for down here. Oh, the US dollar shooting up? I'll take that. I'll take that. No, yeah, I mean, last week it was 100-point candles every couple minutes. Okay, finally back to the 21 EMA, but yeah, exactly. That was almost every candle last week. Oh, maybe this is. Should I be playing the bounce off that area? I played the little rising wedge. How is it just a little profit, Johnny? I mean, if you got the dump in your favor, I guess, yeah, I guess that would depend on where you. No, I don't think this was news. At the end of the day, it looks bad, but again, we're talking like a 40-point move right now. All right, CDP. Stupid. Stupid thing. It was good. The audio stream's current bit rate. The audio stream? Hello? Does the mic sound okay? I just got a suggestion. The audio stream's current bit rate is zero. Bit rate 0 is lower than the recommended bit rate. How does the mic sound to people? Does it sound okay? Sound okay? Okay, that's a better way I should have phrased it. Does it sound normal as always? Okay. All right, I won't worry about it then. All right, this is a little risky. Down around this area. Normal. Okay, cool. Maybe I'll wait for confirmation. Let it have it come down here. Just a minute. Oh, goodness. Oh, man. I'm on edge. I talked about this earlier. I'm on edge. And when the phone call came from like a local Iowa place, all my mind had fallen to was, oh crap. Is this like the Iowa hospital calling? Get in here right now. It's not. It's not that. Hey, see ya, fish. Okay, I do like how it. No. I don't want to get into it. I don't feel like telling the story again. Most people wouldn't believe it anyways. But then I don't feel like dealing with the doctors who aren't doctors. But no, not a pregnant wife. Got your phone call period. I'm working right now, comma. Actually doing the live stream period. Anyways, comma. I could probably meet you out there around 2 p.m. today or anytime after period. Whoa! Now straight back up. Anyways, found a local guy that I want. I just want to bring in like some sort of consultant for this internet stuff for once we move out to the homestead. Because I just don't want to. I don't want to try to do it myself, jury rig it. But that sounds good, comma. I'll keep you posted. Heck, I blew my live account last week. Open a new eval. Okay, when you said live, when you say live, you mean like a pro account? Not like when I sometimes when I hear live, I hear of like I think of like your like a personal account where oh man, I threw $3,000 of my money in and I blew that, aka I lost 3,000. But I think you just mean a live prop account, right, Grant? Okay, okay. Well, that makes me feel a little bit better. It happens, Grant. It happens. But you know what? Let's look at the glasses. Hey, a lot of people right now, they're just focused on getting the test phase figured out and passed. So, but yeah, I mean, okay, everyone is a strong word. I think the vast majority of traders, no matter your experience level, blew at least one account last week. At least one. Let me put it this way. If you traded last week and you traded, I don't know, let's say at least 3 of the 5 days, and you did not blow an account, I salute you, ma'am. I salute you, sir. I salute you, furry, because that's pretty impressive. Huh? What was that last one? Oh, well, I want to be included. The furries. You don't know what a furry is? We got some furries in here. We got some people that identify as soy milk. I bled out and tried to hang in there, but blew my 50K event. Lost Monday. Yeah. Passed my first 310. You didn't blow. Okay, evil. Well, good job. Nice job, Serpent. Well, Grant, look at the bright. I'm glad you're frustrated. That is a sign that you're treating this seriously, that you're trying. Well, I guess there's just because you were frustrated, I guess that doesn't mean you necessarily learned. But yeah. Let me put it this way: if you were not frustrated at all and you just shrug your shoulders and you're like, "Ah, it was fun," then that's to me has got some gambler in it. Good job, Jude. But don't get too frustrated. Don't beat yourself up too much because again, that is the power of prop firms. Back in my day, when I had to hike to school uphill both ways in bare feet, like a bad day of oh I lost my mind could have been very realistically $3, $4, $5,000. So not that blowing account you should just shrug your shoulders and not care about, but it could be a lot worse. Therefore, don't beat yourself up a whole lot. But I'm glad you're frustrated. That is a good sign of seriousness. Last week was Scalper's Paradise. Yeah, yeah. Or a nightmare. Like, because the scalp, even a little bit wrong last week, could have gone quickly against you. Yeah, identify as a doorknob. There you go. True, I've been off and on watching the market since. Yeah. Yeah. Futures are so much better than options. So much better. Hey, there's blueberry. All right, now we just, so we've already had, I don't know if sugar's still here, but blueberry's here. Now we just need Big Mama to show up. I'm a doorknob too. Big fan of doorknobs. Doornets. Oh man, people are getting mic dropped right now. Today you're green. Very good. Very good. Well, assuming the green was done with good habits and not just degenerate YOLOs. Hello, Valerie. Hey, Timbo. All right, I don't know if I trust this breakout. Way better this week. Green and lock 2 pros. Yeah, I mean, this week is definitely back to normal. Position size, as always, does matter, but the market is way more gracious as of now if you get your position size wrong. Last week, wrong position size, probably some pain. Or definitely some cracked walnuts. We're like, uh-oh, please just go my favor. Please just go my favor. And if it did, you got paid nicely, but yeah, so this whole range right now from the white line here is, let's see, 8, yeah, 55 points. Last week, what is this? Probably at least bare minimum, at least 150 points. Probably more like 200 points. This range here, this distance on the chart. Today, 50 points, or 55 points. What do you think Warsh will do? Oh, is there a Fed meeting on Wednesday? I have not looked that far out. I just know that Friday is, I'll be doing the morning because Friday is Juneteenth. So the markets will close early on Friday. But yeah, other than that, I've not looked out any, further days. Roasted 2, 25K evals. Yeah, crazy. Like I said, odds are people roasted at least one account last week. Yeah, Sean, but I'm I'm on edge right now. I'm stressed. I'll just say I'm stressed. Am I like stressed out of my mind? No, because I understand the statistics are on in my favor. But I'm still waiting for the call. But no, as of now, I still drink water. I did sleep last night. No fangs, no foam at the mouth, no wings. I'm not talking like this. I was tempted. I wanted to change my name to Bruce Wayne. I don't know why that would be the case. And I was going to change the name of the live stream to Wayne Enterprises. Ooh, I probably should go try some garlic. I don't know if I still like garlic or not. No, I've been sleeping normal. Okay, I'm going to say this right now. I don't need any medical advice. I don't need anybody who's not a doctor to actually start to be a doctor. I'll just, because I know some of you are probably very confused. As strange as it is to say, last week on Friday, I was bit by a bat. Thankfully, I somehow knocked the bat out, stunned it, so we have the bat, and the bat was sent off for testing. So that is what I am waiting for today. To hopefully get back like, yeah, the odds played out, no rabies. But yeah. I wish I could say I know I kind of embellish or exaggerate for the sake of entertainment, but yeah, that's true story. But so that's what I'm waiting for. Waiting to hear from, because they'll call my wife, and this happened back in Michigan, so well, the story's not over. I'm hoping the story ends here. Did you need that TP after smacking the bat? No, I think I needed a Band-Aid. My finger was bleeding. And here we go. Oil is coming down. So this seems though, oh, I wonder what the news is. But this candle here is, working basically 25 points up. Not exactly huge. No, that's not how rabies works. Rabies, the reason why nobody was panicked is because the incubation period can take a long time. So it's not like you get bit and then you start to go crazy. Not that I'm a rabies expert anymore, but I've done a little bit more homework. The incubation period can be months. The problem is once the things show up, you're kind of screwed. But the reason why it kills so few people, so high fatality rate, very high fatality rate. But the reason why not that many people die from it is because you do have plenty of time to take care of it. Yes, very, very high fatality rate. That is for sure. Thank you, Jimmy. So yeah, I'm a little on edge. So if I snap at somebody, it's either I have rabies or I'm stressed out about potentially having rabies. I just want the phone call. The text. If my wife calls me, I think that might be freak out mode for me. So I'm hoping I just see a text from my wife. That will make me feel better. Yeah, I'm guessing Berserk, you did not have the bat to test, though. Now, if there was no bat to test, then yeah, I mean, that's where you want to err on the side of caution. But thankfully, we got the bat. Yeah, no bat to test, right? Yeah. So I am trying to look at the glasses half full. At least I got the bat. Well, I mean, the statistics highly suggest it does not have rabies. But the problem is, if it does, then yeah, not good. So people are starting to live once they get it, but okay. Yeah, if I start to call you guys Commissioner Gordon and stuff, thank you, Sky. Gold is having a move to the upside. Is it? I've been just watching. Who said that? What are you talking about, Junk? Gold is having a move to the upside. Huh? Okay, you must just mean in the broad sense. I was expecting to see some good solid green candles, and then I'm like, yeah, no, I was, yeah, long story. Hey, Yosef. Oh, at this point, I might as well get long. This seems like a free 80 points. We're up 920 right now. Why would this thing, we might as well hit 1,000 points up today. Last week, was it last week? Or no, wait. a little over a week ago on that Friday. We were up down way well over 1,000. Oh yeah, I did. Yes, correct. Correct. Yes, that is one of that is also something that has given me a little bit of peace of mind. Is as this bat, it was definitely healthy. It was definitely flying around. It just got trapped, in a spot. But I did read that like one of the signs that might have rabies is if it can't even fly anymore. Yep. So yeah, the stats I saw were like it's like a half of a percent that a healthy bat out in the wild has rabies. So a half of 1%. But then it jumps up. I mean, depending on where you saw. Then I saw it like jumps up like, well, but if you find one, and usually those are ones that get contested, then of those it's like 6 to 10% will test positive for rabies. But I don't remember the statistical terms. But that was like a sampling size bias because the sampling size is biased towards having rabies. Because yes, per your point, if a bat can't fly, a reason for that could very well be rabies. No, I did not rescue a bat. No. Well, I mean, I was just trying to. No, I was not trying to rescue it. I was not like nursing it back to health. It just I didn't know where the bat was, and I put my finger where I should not have put my finger. What if the bat gets Greek god powers from biting? Oh, well, yeah. Unfortunately, that's crazy. I wonder if the Bat World, like, there's gonna be a comic about him now. Oh, it felt like my finger got pinched. Was there only one bat? Yeah. The bat is trading future somewhere right now. Yeah, the bat, because the way they test the bat for rabies is like their brain. So yeah, unfortunate for this bat. It's probably hopefully soon it's something digging into its brain to get the material so I can get the results. Just move on with my life, move on with my day. Maybe I'm. This is probably just me coping, but I'm just telling myself, oh, they already tested it this morning, but it came back negative as odds suggest it would. So like, okay, well, we'll just let the people know later on. Probably not what's, but I'm just coping. Hopefully he is telling us code his bat buddies about Code Clay all caps. Yeah, it's hard for me to find anything right now. Shorting right now, I didn't get wait, no, wait. No, I'm okay. No. Okay, that's kind of annoying. My first short was here. That kicked me out, and then there went the move. So that's in hindsight kind of annoying. So I don't know. I'd really just like a bigger pullback that I can try to buy. Telling his vampire dad about feeding hungry kids. Yeah, crazy. Crazy stuff out there, Jimmy. I'm about to get short here. I don't know. It seems like we should have some sort of rising wedge at this point, do we? I don't know. Rising wedge is a bearish pattern, by the way. Not really. I don't. Could I use any? Is there like a shorter term one? That seems like me trying to fit a square peg through a round hole. So that's even what I mean. Right? That's just it's kind of hard to find a set for me at least. Maybe this is action is perfectly for your strategies, but I'm struggling. How are your? I mean, do you guys also feel like it's slow for your strategies? For me, this feels slow for my strategies and what I'm looking to do, but I do understand that not everybody trades like me, so. Yeah, firewood cutting might be. Oh, good. Oh, you know what? I never did check. How's SpaceX doing today? Nobody's even brought it up, so I'm assuming it's probably pretty mediocre. Hasn't exploded, hasn't tanked or anything like that. Agreed, keeping it. Yeah, I also would say there's difference. It's gone up slightly. Okay. Yeah. How many days do you give it before you don't consider it an IPO anymore, Todd? Because Friday was, obviously the IPO day. But so how many days has to pass before you would touch it? Ooh, that'd be a cool title. Yeah, I should probably market this somehow. All right, I might try a short here. Just let's see it bump its head on the white line first, and then if it wants to come back down. Okay, there we go. Maybe like a fake breakout here. Or is this just another breakout after barely any pullback? All right, I guess we're just breaking out again. Let's see. Interesting upward trend line here. Whoa, maybe try a short there. Whoa, 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 whoa. Get out, cancel it. What was that? 12:02. So now, granted. Oh, what's the news? Let's all just calm down. That was a whopping from basically 900. That was like a 30-point move. I hate this process of brain rewiring. It's the worst. And but the vast majority of you are also going through it. We've gotten so used to basically the past week and a half, 2 weeks of just pure, spicy movement where this red candle here would be worth like at least 80, 90 points. And now it's just not that. So we got to just, myself included, I don't like the brain rewiring, but it happens no matter what you trade. I like this non-movement. I don't know. I mean, I see both pros and cons, right? Last week, it's. I wish it was a little bit more than this. I'm going long. Oh. Paige is a swing trader. I'm back to break even on the account. Oh, nice job, Daniel. Oh man, I'm sorry. I have not slept a whole lot. Sleeping away from home, I never do super well, anyways. But it's been a lot of late nights. And then this action here, yeah. You covered so fast. Yeah, did you? Yeah, one of those where you still need toilet paper afterwards, where you freeze up, but it's like a good freeze up because at least it's going in your favor. I've been there. I've been there live on the stream. You start speaking another language. Oh, I've been there. So watching that upward trend line, it was getting close. Hmm. Okay. Is this? I might be trying to fit a square peg through a round hole. Is this a rising wedge from here to here? These ones? Nope. Okay. Wait. Maybe this could have some credibility. What if I use that? Okay. Yeah. All right. I'm gonna leave this one out here. I don't know if this is the best rising wedge, but it's enough for me to leave it out there. Rising wedge, by the way, is a bearish pattern. Now, just because something's bearish does not mean the price is for sure going down. Just like if something is bullish doesn't mean the price for sure going up. I'm subbing if you are wrong. I think you mean you're unsubbing. Well, you didn't even say subbing. You said subing. I'm subing. Oh, suing. Okay. I'll wait to hear from Johnny Cochran then. So this is one of these days where, yes, it's possible to blow an account, but you got to try really hard. Like you either went really big with NQs or you just took on huge size, but like even if this thing were to pop up here, I mean that's still not enough to cook anybody. Last week it was. So yes, these are now the days where it takes way more effort to actually cook an account. You're a bear. I'm your finance. Oh, I'm what an honor. What an honor. It's crazy. It's moving really slow. Yeah, but to be fair, and this is where I need to keep my mouth in check. You and also just in general, you also need to keep your mouth in check. I'm choosing to trade one account. I'm choosing to not copy trade. Um, but if I were copy trading and I was doing, multiple accounts, do you really need that much movement? Take some size, get a little bit of a move and a little bit of move, but then all of a sudden, you know what I mean? So, yeah, we all got to be careful about, oh, it's so bad. Well, then trade more accounts, copy trade. And I'm talking to myself right now at the same time. No, I don't think I've complained too much. Good. That's what he needs to hear, TA. Some beautiful looking baboon on a live stream. Oh, man. Oh, goodness. It is going to be an early night again tonight. Yeah, but this is yeah. Oh boy. Oh boy. In what way is it crazy? Are we about to head up the top, touch the top of the pattern? Is only green and long nonstop. Yeah, I really should. I don't know why I just don't get long. All this ever does is go up, it seems like. Famous last words. You're looking for 80 points? Huh? All right, well, hey, if you want to sway trade it up, go for it, Neil. You be my guest. If you want to hold a position for the next 4 hours, go for it, brother. I'm such a dent. I'm looking at trade of 8. Yeah, well, you're not that dented. I could see that easily being a problem. Oh, that's right. I did make that comment earlier about the 80 points. That's true. That's fair. It's under the 21 HMA. What's the HMA? I've heard of the SMA. I've heard of an EMA. What's an HMA? Is that the Honduras moving average? Or the Haitian moving average? The Hall move, is that a real thing? Oh, Hall is real. What's the Hall moving average? I don't know if I've ever heard of the 21 HMA. So how's that average calculated? It's real. It's like Bigfoot. Did we just spot a HMA out in nature? Trump speaking at, like right now he's speaking with them. That's right. Those Ethiopian shrimp futures. It's kind of complicated. Gotcha. Well, don't tell me then, because I'm too stupid for stuff like that. It's a cleaner depiction sometimes. Yeah, that that word of sometimes, which I appreciate you using because that's accurate. But that's everything, right? Well, that VWAP works sometimes. Yeah, that's true. Developed by Alan Hall. Tries to blend speed and smoothness. It calculates the WMA. So now we got another MA. We got MAs all over the place. Oh, the weighted moving average. We are now on the MMA. Yeah, we got. There's too many MAs out there. I think. Well, I mean, yeah, whatever's most practical for you and your strategy, that's the key. Like, I'm never gonna say anything is bad just because I don't know. Maybe somebody. One trader's turd is another trader's gold bar. So. I didn't get any coffee today too. I think that's playing a big role right now of why do I mean, like I said, it's been It's been a long, long weekend. Hey, that's a good investment right there, Pam. Let's go. Yeah, I think that's a phase a lot of people go through. I was also the reward. Like, and I also thought, like, I know there's no holy grails, but I'm gonna find something. I'm gonna start to combine indicators. I'm gonna start to, but I'm gonna find something. I'm gonna be that guy that finds something. Did anybody else go through that early stages? Trump is talking right now. Okay, thank you. Good to see you, low dots. Oh, the models. Berserk, the quicker you realize that ultimately at the end of the day, you're going to have your very own strategy with your very own nooks and crannies, the faster you'll get there. Yeah. If you're using pricing models, oh boy. Oh boy. It sounds cool though. My holy grail is CBD. Nobody makes fun of you. I'm just saying I'm too stupid to use the thing. That's all I'm saying is it's well above my pay grade. All right, maybe a breakdown here. Problem is we have the 21 EMA right below the bottom part of the pattern. Am I really going to go against the rising wedge and try a buy? That'd be a bold call, Cotton. Yeah, that's true. Just buy low, sell high. It's really not that hard. You're right. Just trade the trend, Clay. Oh, that was quick. Yeah, I don't know. This thing is just it is a brain rewiring right now. I don't know. I don't know. Okay, this still could be like a 10-point risk. So that's not that bad. I got wiggle room. Do I really want to put my stop there? Yes, I'm talking to myself right now. I want to get it up over the high of the day. All right, let's do this instead. So that's about 14 points. There we go. So looking for a short at the red line. Again, I'm trying to play the rising wedge. Right now, we maybe have a faulty breakdown of the rising wedge, but not every breakdown is beautiful and clean where it breaks and the price drops. So maybe in this situation, it comes back up here and then drops, or at least that's what I'm hoping for. Rising wedges usually have 5 swings. I don't know what you're talking about. 5 swings, huh? Yeah, are you saying this is not a rising wedge? I'm not sure what you're saying. Five touches. I think you're just making that up. I mean, I'm sure some people say 5, but I'd be like, okay, why not? So at 4 is not good enough. Yeah, Juneteenth. My plan is I will be streaming the Open because markets close early on Friday, which is Juneteenth. Yeah, and 6 might be too many. Well, see that stupid? Well, stupid from the reference point of the shorts. The 21 EMA. Do I really want to go against the rising wedge? So if I were to get long here, I'm betting that this is the fake breakdown of the rising wedge, which could be very unwise because it is a rising wedge. But do we get the bounce off the 21 EMA? Against my better judgment, I'm going to go against the rising wedge. I think. If I can get filled. I'm filled. I did it. I did it. I looked at the P&L. Doggone it. Man, it's so bad. That is so bad. That was a bad trade. I should still be in. Even if it goes down right now, I should still be in. But my eyes caught the P&L, and I was like, wait, if I take it green right now, then that red is gone. Literally, that was my only rationale there. That's why I cannot trade P&L. It screws with me way too much. So again, for the record, I should still be in. Now, I would have taken at least one out, maybe even two right now, but I should still have at least three in this trade. Even if it all of a sudden collapses, that's besides the point. The point was that was bad. I've been doing that a little bit more lately. I'm up 1,600 on a 150. Nice job, Evil. Yeah, the volume right now is not what we've been used to. But again, it is also, we're right around that rollover period of contracts. So there are still other people still trading the M. So like traders are in kind of two different places. In fact, some of you right now, maybe you're still trading the M, right? So right there, that illustrates. Doggone it. See, that's why you don't want to trade P&L. I think I need to go back with myself coffee. This is getting crazy. You're still on M, so there we go. So we have Neil trading to M still. You have to redo your charts every time you swap. Neil, somebody did say that the U's have double the volume of the M. How do you know? You're going to have to tighten that up. Who is the U? And what are you referring to, Alexis? That's kind of broad. If you're talking to somebody else in the chat, if you don't mind tagging them, that makes it easier for everybody to track and follow. But right now, how do you know? Oh, there you go. Right here. M and Q. Now I'm doing the U. It was M earlier today. All right, I think I'm going to go over ahead, get rid of this lower trend line now. I'm going to keep that upper one up there. Yeah, I could see a short right here. Just throw the stop above the highs. I'm not going to call that crazy. I'm not going to call that crazy. Not going to do it. Proof of that, I'm getting short. I'm short. Let's see some double top action. Oh my goodness, that's a beautiful candle. And I will not be looking at the P&L. I'll tell you that right now. Don't be a dirty dog. DXY. Dollar still going up? All right. This chart save weird. I tried running to. Yeah, I'm not sure, Paige. Hey, dum dum. Would be great to see another upper shadow here. That would make me feel warm and fuzzy in my loins. If we get another upper shadow here, my loins are gonna feel good. So much so now, if this thing were to come back down, do I add? You gotta be, come on. This. Yeah, I am gonna add. If it comes back down, maybe this was some, like I said, jolt up, and now we can get the bears to step up here. I'm trying to figure out, was this a good trade or is this a live stream trade? Like, did I do this just for the stream since it's been a while? Probably a little bit of both. I'm not going to call it terrible because, yeah, I did have that candle. It was at these highs, so maybe a double top. A plus grade? No, probably not. So, yes, I would say wanting to keep the stream interesting certainly influenced this one. Which is why I always say, don't use this for education because I am not purely thinking about trading. I'm also thinking about the business aspect of thing. How can I keep this live stream entertaining? So just keep that in mind. Like I said, it's not like that was a bad trade per se, but would I ever call that like an A plus thing? Nah. Five minutes looking pretty good though right now. See, I can't free sell though because another thing I'm battling against is responsible trading. So that's as I always talk about, that's my battle. I battle three things, or I'm trying to manage three things. This is fun. This is a business income stream, so it needs to be entertaining, and then responsible trading. Those three things. Come on, keep coming down. Thank you, brother. Okay, stop it. Dog. Ah. I don't know. I don't know if that was. Well, if it dumps, then yeah, that was a terrible stop loss. It gets so tight. If this thing snaps back up, so that was the wrong move. I'm going to say that right now. Even if this thing now goes back up, that was still the wrong move to get that stop so tight. I should have given this thing more of a chance. Again, it'll be fun. I agree. It'll probably be entertaining. That's true, but is it responsible trading? No. Hence the battle that I'm constantly weighing in my head. Took the short with me. All right, Daniel. I'm in profit. Good job, Daniel. I cannot speak. I cannot speak, please. Are there any contractors here? Contractors as in plumbing, carpentry, concrete, electrical, HVAC, etc., etc., etc. Any contractors here? You're out. You're in the world of construction. If so, I have a question I want or scenario I want to run by you. Get your thoughts. Just Sean. Okay, painting house, likes it. Okay. I'm a general A. What's that? Okay. So here's my thing. The concrete flat work that we had poured, overall fine. But there is a spot in the basement where there's some bumps. The guy that poured it, to his credit, acknowledged, yeah, that back part got a little weird over there. And then made it sound like he was going to be open to grinding it back down, to smoothing it out. So I have not, and then the invoice showed up, and I'm like, okay, well I'm not going to pay because I thought he said he's going to smooth it back down, so fair enough. Well, he has not smoothed it back down, and then I guess he just reached out to the guy I've been working with, as kind of the general contractor, pretty much asking about the payment. So I emailed the guy, and I've already emailed him once, trying to set up this grinder thing. So I emailed him again, and I just said, hey, I'd like to try to get this figured out. So my question is this: Am I doing the right thing to just not pay him until like the job is totally done? Because yes, my thought is if I pay him everything now, all incentives are gone, and he'll never come back and do it. Do not pay. Let him know if it's not. No, I'm in the right. Okay. Well, I mean, he poured the basement floor. The basement floor has a couple of little humps in it, so which he has acknowledged already. Pay for materials only. Payment for. Don't pay yet. Okay. Yeah, that was kind of my thoughts. Need it in writing or probably. Yeah, I think that's kind of why I did the emails too. Well, then again, Sam, the guy that's working with me, he he showed me some text, so like it's been acknowledged. So it was one of those things where it's kind of like this. It seems like I'm right, but like I want to make sure that I don't know. Maybe I'm missing something. Hence, want to think what you other contractors thought. Get material release when paying. I don't know what that means. I've been paying for 15 years and I hate home builders. Okay, what do you need in writing, Sean? So when you say home builders, are you saying like the general contractors? You don't like working with general contractors? I owe him a good chunk of money too. So it's like to me, it's like, dude, if you want all this money, I don't know how to, I don't know how that works, but I don't think it will take that long. Maybe like an hour at most. This does not seem like for the amount of money that he does not have. Like my contractor is like, yeah, if I were him, I wouldn't want to be floating like all these material costs. No, call him on the phone or text him. Well, I had my contract. I'm like, okay, well, just text him this. Text him, hey, Clay's sent you a couple emails. Did you happen to see them? So that's kind of where we're at in the process right now. That dust will get everywhere. Yeah, but we're still at the stage right now where like it's okay to have dust. Hayden, I mean, I'm building a house, like a pretty, like a good, decent sized house. Apparently, according to your logic, unless I build the house for myself, I guess I'm not a man. Okay, then I'm not a man. I'm not a man. In the spirit of time management, it behooves me to use my time doing something else as opposed to trying to prove that I'm a man. They want to be in and out. Well, I mean that, Sean. I don't know if I do need to annoy him. Why do I need to annoy him? I have all the money that is still owed to him. Like I already think I'm already like I have already annoyed him in that regard. So as far as I can tell, I still have the leverage. So I know. So Hayden's been here before. He showed up the one time, acting like a total moron, then claimed to be a salesman, and now he's back here just talking tough. Oh, you're gonna ban me, blah blah blah. So Hayden just can't stay away. But I, but that's all right, Hayden. You just got dunked on again, brother. I presented some weird logic on your part, to which you just deflected. He's a super fan, super creep, one of the two. I pay people to do things I don't want to do. Yeah, I guess that's weird though. Yeah, I'm not worried about that part, Greg. I mean, he can, but I have the paper trail, so like, yeah, and then the lien gets paid if I ever sell the place, right? That's when the lien would finally get paid. Yeah, no, Hayden. Okay, let's not take Hayden too seriously. He's literally a troll that's been here before and banned. So he knows full well he's using terrible logic. So don't put any more brain power into the logic that he deployed. He knows it's bad. That's why when I confronted him, he just changed the subject. But yes, Hayden is definitely a troll. So yes, please do not try to. Don't think too bad. Ban him? No. Because he's the type where if you don't ban him, they'll keep talking and then they help the algorithm. And then the algorithm spreads out to more people. And then it helps with the stream. He's out hunting a cow. What I should probably do, because the guy that poured my basement walls, great guy, did a great job. He was like, and I got a guy that if you want me to have them bid the flat work, so it's technically his guy that so I could probably reach out to him and be like, hey man, we're kind of so that might work because I know Brent. So the one guy definitely wants to keep Brent happy because I would imagine Brent gives him a lot of work. That might be the best way to go about it. Yeah, I know, Jimmy. That the irony here is of pretty epic proportions. What I'm thinking is they filled contract obligation by pouring the concrete, but if it's not to your satisfaction, I would say to not drop it until they correct it. Yeah, no, this is like yeah, forever type home thing. So yeah, they did do it, but did they do it well? No. He has even admitted that there are some bumps that need to be smoothed down. Did he admit the bumps in writing? Yeah, I'm pretty sure in a text message. All right, Blueberry, see you later. All right, looking for a long here. Well, getting close. Be interested down around 47. Nice job, Daniel. Ooh, oil. All right, oil didn't go all the way down to where it was below 80, but it did work its way down, so that's good. What's gold up to? How do you stop doing that? Once you run out of money. It's very easy to stop doing what you're doing once you run out of money. So don't worry about it, Lou. It's a self-correcting problem, brother. Unless you're doing the sugar mama model, which is what I would say. That is the holy grail. The sugar mama model. Like our one friend from a couple months ago. I'm a full-time trader for the past 6 years. Blah 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 blah. No, whenever I tell the story, I do need to know because to his credit, he was honest enough to say, and my wife's a doctor. It's like, oh, so you're not really a full-time trader. It's not like, sure, maybe that's what you spend your time doing, but that's kind of a stretch to say you're a full-time trader for the past 6. You mean your sugar mama has been subsidizing you for the past 6 years? But to his credit, he pulled off the sugar mama model. So, fellas, that's how you do it. For you ladies, the sugar daddy model, you know? For you furries, I don't know what you call that. Sugar something. By the way, Lou, I'm not sure if you were serious or not. If you were serious, I can give you a more. Well, I mean, at the end of the day, Lou, you kind of just got to get sick of losing money. You got to get to the point where you're like, this is not working, and this is becoming, a detriment to other goals, other phases of your life. If it's never going to be a detriment, if it's never going to be any phases to other areas of your life, then you're probably never going to develop the desire to want to stop doing what you're doing. Because let's face it, you're doing it because it's fun. So until that fun is literally holding you back from other goals or other whatever in your life, then you're just going to keep having fun. Now, if it's not affecting any of your goals, financially speaking, do you even have any? If no, maybe you should get one. And then that way you'll start to see, like, oh crap, I have this financial goal and I'm not accomplishing it because of these behaviors. Man, it's hard to stay in any of these trades. Yeah. Gonna call it a day. Oh, nice job, Evil. Well done, sir. I salute you. Still nothing, question mark. Maybe give them a call, question mark. Hey, my first. Good to see you. Well, I can't get better because I don't have a life goal, and I don't have a life goal because I don't have a girlfriend. But I don't have a girlfriend because I spend it all gambling. Well, yeah, eventually. So the problem is you're either going to die alone someday because you never grow. You never grow frustrated with the fact you don't have a girlfriend, or you will grow frustrated that you don't have a girlfriend. So you'll have to change those behaviors to get a girlfriend. So those are the two things. You're either going to be dying alone, or you'll start to take it a little bit more seriously because you want a girlfriend. So Lou, that's on you. If you want it to be you and the nurse and a spider in the corner on your deathbed, I guess just keep gambling, man. Correct, my first. Yeah, and the 50% consistency is just a very basic one. Just don't make more than half of your profit target. So not even the complicated. We really wish they would call that something else. But yes, once you're in the pro, that all goes away. Okay, so I just got hit with that rule that a lot of people overlook at GPT. If you renew an eval, your 1 month doesn't expire. It expires on the original account's 1 month. I'm not totally tracking that. No. And that's what I'm literally saying. Like for those guys, it's really literally a question of will they ever grow sick of not having a girlfriend? If they don't, okay, I'm not saying that's wrong, but then they're going to have to be like, okay, well, I'm good dying alone someday. Like that's ultimately where I think that thought process lands. Everyone dies alone. I don't know about that. Everyone's a pretty strong word. I do have a solution that sidesteps all of that. Well, Lou, if you ever decide someday you want a family, there you go. MGTOW. I don't know what that is. Every rose has its thorn. That song is intense. I'll tell you that right now. Yeah, but Lou, like to go into dad mode, I'll say this. It's there's a better life out there than being addicted to porn, which we know you are, addicted to porn, addicted to gambling, and like living in a basement, like not interacting with people. There is a better life out there for you than that, my friend. There is. Kick the porn, kick the gambling, man up, get outside, do something. And sadly enough, Philly, to their point, there are a lot of single dudes probably in that situation. But I'm telling you, man, I'm not saying go have 6 kids like I did. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying there you got potential. Okay, dad mode off. There we go. What's up, you scumbags? You're dirty baboons. Yeah. You live by any Goodwills? Do you live by any like thrift stores? Got 6 payouts and go get. There you go. Nah, I don't know about that, Todd. I don't know if I'd go that far. How's that? Because that's where you find a keeper. You don't want to find a woman shopping for a Louis Vuitton purse. Are you kidding me? That's high maintenance all over it. You find a woman that's willing to like, oh, that'd be cool to sew these together. You find a woman, now a single woman, right, at a thrift store, that tells you a lot about her outlook. She views the world like, I don't need the name brand stuff. I don't need this or that. Or I kind of like, I don't mind. I don't mind. Who knows? Like maybe she's like my wife. She finds a challenge. Like, ooh, I can sew this together with that. That'd be fun. I actually dropped a gem. I know. I'm not. That's what I'm telling you. Where a girl shop again. I'm not talking like okay, dude. If it's a woman and she's got kids, she's off the market. Some other guy made a good decision, right? But if she's single, dude, I'm telling you, that reveals a lot about her worldview. A lot. No, I'm not saying it's flawless, but as some of you may think I'm actually not being funny at all. Yeah. Like if she's there alone, you should just talk to her. Better than deal with old stinky. Who is this free guy? This free guy, I don't think has ever talked to a girl before. Oh no, he's what are you, a trucker? Free's got a chip on his shoulder, that's for sure. I don't know. Go make small chat. Dude, I've been married going on 20 years now. I don't know what to say. I don't know. I don't know what you say to her. I'm just saying that if it were me and I were given two choices, chat with a single, when I say single, I mean like she doesn't have kids with her. She's not with a dude. That's what I mean by single. I don't mean about her dating status. Of course, maybe she's married. You don't know that. Maybe I don't know. But if I had the choice, somebody shopping at Louis Vuitton or like Gucci or whatever these other brands are, or like a thrift store all day for me. My accounts feel like a hydra. I blew another one today, but I passed two more. Ooh, I like that analogy. Yeah, there you go, Lou. Cheers. Well, I don't laugh about it all, Lou. Yeah, I was joking around in some senses, but in other senses, I think there's quite a bit of truth to it too. I think it's not totally crazy. I think the play is wait for a market open tomorrow. Yeah, potentially, James. Of course, half my friend group is single and has never. Yeah, I don't obviously, like I said, I've been out of the world for a while, but apparently it's different, which makes sense, right? I'm old now. When I was in college, so this dates me. Freshman year of college at Ohio State, one of my buddies was like, "Dude, you have a college email address. You got to sign up for, say it with me, Facebook." So like I mean, Facebook was my freshman year of college. But yeah, from my understanding, it's a little bit more different out there these days. Yeah, but these girls might not look the same. What do you mean they might not look the same? This girl wants to get together, but the only reason I'm finally making money after 6 years of training is because I had zero distractions. I don't know about that. I'm not quite sure that is a requirement to find success with trading is you must have zero distractions. Well, now be careful, Lou. She may have way different. She may have insane standards from another direction. Wait, you're addicted to porn, gambling, and like you play video games all the time? No. And I'd say if that were my daughter, I'd be like, yeah, good call. So the girl at the thrift store is going to still have standards. They're just going to be different standards. Like you can't be a scumbag. The LV girl might look really nice. Yeah. Yeah, she right. I understand they might look nice with all their expensive makeup and fancy clothes and name brand blah blah blah. But what I'm saying is to me that does not look nice cuz I'm like, yeah, let's see those credit card statements. Let's see you with all that makeup off. And then your value system seems to be not aligned with mine. So, yeah, no, I obviously they're going to look different. The other girl might need some work. See, you're operating on the premise that a dude like puts all value on how a woman looks. That's a flawed premise. For me, at least. I want the one that's like, hey, let's go goodwilling so I can sew these clothes together. Hey, let's go get a garden. Let's have a garden. Yes, yeah. Don't hear what I'm not saying. I'm not saying if you play video games, you're therefore. I would tell my daughter, oh no, yeah, that's a no go. I'm not saying that. But that's not how most dudes think. Well, I understand that. Again, I am also operating on the premise that this guy wants to find like a girlfriend, right? If he's not looking for, if he's just looking for you, you can read between the lines. Well, then yeah, your premise is probably true. He probably wants the one that looks the best. A guy that play video games is at least a guy that is home. Physically, at least, yeah. But I've been home plenty of times, but not home mentally. So by no means am I trying to. Hopefully, I don't come across like I think I'm like the perfect father or husband. I'm not. I'm not. I'm just like everybody else. But I do hear what you're saying. At least he's physically there. May not be mentally there, but physically there is in a way still better than not there at all. You can tell it's slow today. We are talking the philosophy of dating, theories of fatherhood. This is what happens when the market gets a little slow like this. What depressive talk? What are you talking about? We're talking real life. Full port to get the mood up. All right, if you buy me an account, stupid. That's his name, by the way. True, Slomaro. That's true. Exactly. Just get you one of those girlfriends you pay by the hour. Like I said, I've been out of the market a while now, folks. So my expertise is very limited. If you blow the account, I'll buy. Yeah, famous last words. In Yosef in today. Is Yosef in today? We, of course, Yosef is in every day. Just me, or did Tradovate recently add a little number at your order line? That number right there? Which number are you talking about? All right, Sarah, good job. Who even? Okay, yeah, self-made, yeah. That I think that's where it's going to be headed. It's going to be a dude. I don't even know. Like the human population, I think is cooked. No, on the left. Whoops. I don't know. I don't see any numbers on the. Sorry. On the left? I don't see any numbers on the left. Or do I have to be in the position? Which one is the left? Ugh. Okay, so so after I get filled? Yeah, I guess Ty, it's more so a question of does the technology get to those other places? Which, by the way, right now, the thing that I am like on a little bit of a, I don't know what the word for it, kick, is watching the Europe or like people from other countries who are now here in America for the World Cup, and they're like there's this guy from South Africa, wild. He's like, I can't believe it. As a white guy, I can walk around right now at night. He's like, look at that truck. Nobody's trying to steal from it. And then he walked into a gas station and he's like, and there was a big pallet of windshield wiper fluid. And he's like, look at these. They just leave this out. There's no security here. You should look up some of them. It's pretty cool. Okay, next time I'm in a position off. Ooh, Duck Soul. Is this about to curl upwards? Oh, over there. Well, now it's behind me. Well, I can't. Okay, right there, the plus. That's kind of stupid because it gets behind those things. Come on, get moving here. Push. Well, I took one out. All right, so that should say, yeah, this is kind of stupid. Like, yeah, if they're gonna have that, they move it more over this way. Come on, get moving. 5 minute looks great. Found support of the 21 EMA. Consolidated out. Got a couple of hammers. Now, just because it looks great doesn't mean it'll work, but. Guy from Germany, Waffle House, yeah. All right, Lou. Yeah, I mentorship over for today. Sorry, buddy. Can't turn this into a lose life mentorship session here. Doggone it, piece of garbage. Anyways, Lou, you should be headed to the thrift store right now, anyways. Wow. Yeah, I held on to this one way too long. That one just completely. Wow. What a. If this thing snaps back up, I might call it a live. I might call it good. I don't know. Because I might need to just walk away. Yeah, you're welcome, Lou. No, I did not even. I don't know how I would watch it. We don't have cable or anything. We watch movies and on YouTube. Well, I take that back. We have like a Roku TV. So whatever the free, like, but no. I'm not aware of how we could have watched it even if we wanted to. I'm glad I did because Clay's in a short. I was in a long. So Lou, be honest. What was your previous name? I know you've been here before. So what was one of your previous names you were here under? Be honest. If you're not honest, I'm banning you right now. But this iteration of you, it's not too bad. No, go ahead. Don't lie to me because I know you've been here under another name. So here's your time to just come clean. Because if you say, no, I've never been here before, you're gone. Nobody shows up and acts like you. I guess I can, unless you're just super awkward. Maybe that's your problem. You're just an awkward dude. Like most people ease into a community, ease into a conversation, which makes me think you've been here before because you were pretty comfortable. But to be fair, maybe you're just socially awkward and nobody ever taught you situational awareness. I don't know. Just saw a news report on news that U.S. just hit its 43-year low. Yeah, those things got to get filled back up, huh? And now it comes back up. You got... I don't know, man. I don't know. The wheels are still on the bus, but they are at threat of coming off here very quickly. Okay, so just tell me right now, Lou, what was your previous name? That way you don't have to go create another account. Oh, that was very frustrating. No, I don't think so. I don't think Barbara ever got banned. I think she just left and never been back. You're kind of tilted. Yeah, Serpent, be careful. Those moves are very irritating. 1 minute, it looks like, uh-oh. All right, things are about to get spicy. And then I'm short and red on the short. Yeah, that move right there probably did bring people. Is that what candle you got short on? For anybody that is a fan of gold, trades gold, interesting spot here on the 5 minute. It is approaching both the the VWAP and the pink line there. So kind of like a little double whammy of support. Doesn't mean it'll bounce, but I mean, I'm not going to call you crazy if you think it might bounce. Yeah, I'll use that as toilet paper. I will use that as toilet paper. Stupid. Like a Canadian guy and his son went to watch a Brazil game. I mean, you got to give soccer credit where credit's due. If it generates that kind of demand within a supply and demand dynamic, I mean, I can sit here and take my little pot shots at it, but hey, any sport that can generate that sort of demand where people are willing to do that, shout out. Nah, not going to do it, stupid. Like, it wasn't that, what were, oh, I don't know if it was real, because again, I saw it on social media, but NBA Finals, those ticket prices made $2,000 look like nothing. It's football, not soccer. Oh no, it's soccer. Do you want to know why? Because it's happening in America. Yeah, okay, Philly. Yeah, was that real though? I saw a graphic that suggested prices that were crazy like that. So in that sense, yeah, and basketball's just dunking on soccer. Football trumps basketball. Maybe it depends on what metric we're using. I think really the easiest way is numbers. So in that regard, yeah, it still may be soccer. I would assume if we were to look at sports that generate the most sales, whatever metric, whatever dollar value metric we want to use, I would assume soccer. But soccer is soccer is brilliant in the sense of you literally need a ball. That's it. You can make your own goal, set up a couple of branches, and so it makes sense why it's such a popular worldwide sport, right? Cost of entry is basically nothing. So I would assume that. So what is the best sport? By what metric would be the next question? Did I watch the UFC? No, no. You're in Des Moines this weekend? Dang. I was gonna say we were kind of close, but actually, given I was back in Michigan, we were not close. Hey, Big Mama's here. We've now had everybody. Sugar was here, Blueberry was here, and now Big Mama's here. What do you think about the White House hosting the UFC event? I mean, I think the White House has hosted many events, haven't they? Yeah, good point. Yeah, that is true. Yeah, height doesn't really. Well, I get. Again, I'm speaking probably. I don't think height matters as much as it would in other things. Have they? I don't know. Have they basketball? I'm thinking about if I should say it, but I'm going to say it, but I'm going to say it in passing. So Deadeye's Day says, and basically anyone can play soccer. No height or weight requirement either. And I was also going to say, yeah, and no toughness requirements either. You know what I mean? It's pretty bare bones. Do you got to be tough for this sport? Nope. Are you good at play acting, though? Are you good at rolling around on the ground, grabbing your ankle? You are? Oh, yeah, then come on in, brother. Golf, best game in the world. Right. Probably, if you were to ask, I don't know, what, 50 and above, they'd probably agree. Because I can still play it. It's the 7 miles of running per game that keeps me away from soccer. Yeah, the running. The running is definitely, there's a lot. Try soon say league soccer. It's Todd saying it, so I'm assuming that's real. Never heard of it. They are. I did see that. Yeah, which was who was it? I forget what game it was in, but it was terrible. But to give credit, like the technology went off and was like, wait a second, which is good. I think that'll help out. What do they used to do? They would just like ignore it. Gold still sitting at those moving averages in VWAP. They'd ignore to call no penalty. Gotcha. I like soccer, but I'm from Germany, our number one sport. I mean, is soccer not the number one sport? Like, what countries is soccer not the number one sport? And maybe that's the best way to ask that question. I've been waiting for my withdrawal since last Wednesday. Well, okay. I've not heard anything else. Yeah, in my room, I don't. Well, yeah, okay. I am always a little suspicious when a name that I don't recognize at all shows up and starts saying stuff like that. I'm not saying it's not true, but it is the internet. I thought baseball is boring, soccer is worst. As a former player of baseball all the way up through high school in some very competitive situations, I'm not going to disagree. I'm not sure it's the most entertaining one to watch. Man, I missed all this price action because I was in a meeting. Well, Daniel, see, you're presupposing that you would have made good decisions. So right there, I'm like, oh, this is looking good. Starting to come back up through. I got long. I got cooked, only for it to come right back up. So maybe it was a good thing you missed that action. Yeah, what country are you in, Bola? The only sport where you need to be, though, is boxing. I don't know. Have you ever tried wrestling before? Don't tell me that you don't have to be in like peak shape for wrestling. Savannah Banana sold. Right. Because Savannah Banana is not baseball. In fact, I'm not. Maybe you're agreeing with me, Greg. But like Savannah Bananas is like the perfect argument that I'm making. Like they actually make baseball entertaining. Like that's what they realize. Baseball is kind of boring. What can we do here to make it a little more entertaining? Yeah, that's what I'm. Oh, okay, yeah. Watch RGNT. It's going to $100. VNH. Okay, so this guy, this VNH, watch RGNT. It's going to $100 today. If you listen to people like that, you deserve to lose all your money, okay? I'll just say it like that. Hopefully, everybody here is like laughing at that guy. But yeah. Right. They found a niche. Agreed. And the niche is actually making baseball entertaining. The UK. Okay, well, yeah. I mean, I'm all for it, but I've not seen anything. Granted, I haven't looked, but is Twitter right now lighting up with take profit trader not paying people? That is the good thing about social media, especially in the prop firm space. If a company starts to do what Bola, who I'm very skeptical of right now, is saying, it will light up social media. And I have not seen anything at all remotely close to that. So I think there might be more to this story. And maybe it's just as simple as, well, you're in the UK. Maybe that's why. You're out of country. Who knows? But thank you either way for your thoughts. I'm skeptical though. I'll leave it at that. I got paid today from TPT. Yeah, weird, weird, weird how the people that are tried and true around here are like, what? I got paid today, and then we got somebody that shows up out of nowhere. Almost, I don't know. Friday, Junkie got a payout. Yeah, so I mean, Wise is known for delayed payouts. Would never get a payout with Wise. Well, it's almost like there's more to this story. Weird, weird. Rookie, quickly add more context, or I got to delete that out. Because people are assuming that you're owed a payout. I mean, I know what you're saying, but people are going to misinterpret what you're saying. I saw the post. Okay, yeah. Reddit is not really the go-to source for that sort of stuff. Per your point, people are just morons. The best are okay. Wait, so I'm gonna buy a 50K account, and then I'm gonna ask for a withdrawal of 49,000. Got him. It's like okay. The elevator is not quite making it to the top floor there. Uh, I kind of want to try this breakout, but I don't know. This garbage action is this thing about to just snap right back against me. And I'm going to go for it. Come on. Broke the trend line, broke the 50 period moving average. 5 minute has a very nice hammer candle forming on it. Throw out some targets just in case there was one of these random spikes. No, I don't. No, I do not remember you. I appreciate some of you thinking that I must have like the most photographic memory ever. I don't. I do not. I don't have any photographic memory at all. So no, I do not remember you. All I know is that you're sitting here talking about not getting payouts, and then several people were like, well, "I got paid out today," or "I got payouts." And also in line of I don't see social media ripping take profit trader to shreds like would happen if prop firms start to not pay. So in light of all these facts, I'm a little like, Again, I'm not saying I don't believe you, but all I'm saying is there's always multiple angles to every story. That's all I'm saying. Just make the push up here, brother. Doesn't look great for a long now. Well, I mean, I appreciate your opinion, but I think it looks good. Now, for the record, Patty, I have zero doubt that for you and your strategy doesn't look good for a long. No problem. But like we don't trade the same way, so we're not looking at the same things. Clay, you had the scalpy scalp. I know, I don't want a scalpy scalp, though. I want this thing to break out for once. At least hit that first target. Can you do that for me at least? Thank you. All right. Stop is in green territory. I need this. This is such garbage. Yeah. Yeah. I really don't want to put my stop there, but I can't. I'm not going to risk this thing all of a sudden snapping back against me and then really sending me off on tilt. So that was where I wanted that first target, get my stop in place, and then if we were gonna get the move, then fantastic. If not, it is what it is. Yeah, I am assuming there's something with the paperwork or something because you are on a live account with them. But you're also international and you're also using Wise. So that makes a lot of sense, actually. Because at this point, they actually want to get you paid so that they can make their money. Because if you're making money in the real markets, which you are, good job, they get 10% of that. And it's not coming out of their business model anymore. So, like, it does not behoove them at all to not pay you. So, yeah, it sounds like there must be something squirrely going on with the paper. Or have you ever been paid before with a live account? But yeah, this is all starting to make more and more sense. Why would they not want to pay you? Yeah, for somebody in the UK, I can see that. I don't even know how they pull that off. It's got to be just a nightmare, though, to have people from other countries, like for tax purposes and all that sort of stuff. It makes perfect sense why that could take a while. But dang, you sure did leave a lot out of your original story. Good grief. Are they not B-book? Huh? And by the way, that is if you are skeptical about any prop firm or you're kind of just wondering, just that is the one good thing about prop firms, or I'm sorry, social media is you. Oh, today is not my day. I don't know, Paige, but in all actuality, I think you're maybe getting a little too far ahead of yourself. I was telling this to somebody earlier, but I appreciate you trying to like understand 47 bridges ahead of you. But with prop firm trading, really just trading in general, just one bridge at a time. First bridge, get in an account. Second bridge, just get the thing passed. Don't blow it up. But I'm not sure. Per your question, I'm not sure. My thing is, yeah, I wouldn't worry about that sort of stuff quite yet. And that's fair. That's fair. Like I said, I don't mind someone that's curious. I think a curious mind is a great thing. I think a mind that is a planner, that is trying to look ahead, that is trying to be proactive. Yeah, it's good stuff. Good stuff. in this world, sometimes I can get a little bit sketchy. Yeah, Zach, that's a wise thing. I would probably be locked out too. Maybe, maybe. But this red, I'm not. I want to reduce. This is a bad attitude, by the way. Bad attitude, but it is kind of a mental battle that I'm going through right now. I would love to see this green. But if I could get that just even down into double digits, I'd like that. But that sort of rationale is how people find themselves all of a sudden in holes. Good to have you here, though, by the way, Paige. Don't recognize the name. If you have spoken up before, I apologize, but where's W4 at? Did W4 show up today at all? Yeah. No, not your W2, W4. Very good. Great speed. That's what it's all about. Managing the voices, aka mental fatigue. Mental fatigue is just that would be my way of saying, yeah, those voices, they are so good job. You're getting better at it. Clay, you're having well, thank you, rookie. Appreciate that encouragement. Because today I feel like today is very weird on multiple fronts. Just waiting for the bat call. I'm literally waiting for the bat call right now. Or wait, no, that's the bat signal, I guess. So not totally somewhere. Hey, thank you, Great Speed. Waiting for the bat call. This action is just sketchy. It's just I don't know. It's a weird day. I'm new. I'm listening to other traders as I trade, and you've been my go-to past few trading. Cool, Paige. Well, good to have you. But given you're new and you want to day trade, truly the math suggests day trading futures through a prop firm mathematically is by far the best way to go about it, especially when you're new. No way around it. You're going to do some really dumb things. And I'd rather have those really dumb things cost you $100 as opposed to $1,000 or a couple $1,000, which has happened to probably many of us that didn't get started during the golden age. Because let's face it, even if you're not a beginner, stupid things still happen. You still lose your mind. You still go on tilt. Now, I think that the goal should always be, the spaces of times where it happens gets larger and larger, but it still does happen. Yeah, limit the stupid or just, yeah, I guess that's another way of saying it. Space it out, right? Which is just another form of limiting the amount it happens. Agreed. I just buy low, sell high like Barbara taught me to do. Yeah, I know. I am an idiot. I don't know why I make this so hard. Buy low, sell high, trade the trend, buy the pullback. Yeah, Serpent. My whole premise is trading is probably 95% managing the voices in your head, aka psychology. Not new to trade. Oh, okay. Gotcha, Paige. Gotcha. Okay. I know that feeling when you have something in the back of your head can't. Yeah, Nero. That's kind of where I'm at today. Not that I'm using that as an excuse because nobody's forcing me to trade, but it's just a weird day for me. Was on tilt this weekend in Chicago. Ever been on it? On what? On tilt? 90% of trading is finding an edge and trading it. Right. And I would argue the edge is managing your voices. Options are my love, hate. Options are, yeah. I mean, the math, like I said, if you were day trading options because of theta, the math just doesn't make any sense. Not to mention, futures move better than options, anyways. But even if they move the same, because of theta, it's just, yeah, options just don't make any sense. No trade so far. Good job, Big Mama. Good discipline. Good discipline for Big Mama. Yeah, and don't get me wrong. Having an edge, you needing to be able to locate an edge, that stuff is still important. But if the voices cause you to not wait for the edge, make exceptions for the edge, say screw the edge, then that's what I mean. But yes, you do need an edge, but that's where the voices are still a very big problem. The voices are a problem relative to the edge, right? Like if you say, man, I'm having a hard time being patient, well, that means being patient towards what? Well, hopefully being patient towards an edge that I've identified. But if the voices show and cause you to not be patient, what you just said was I was not patient relative to my edge, which means I took a trade with no edge or very little edge, which brings full circle back to why managing the voices in your head, 90% of trading. I don't care how good your edge is. I don't care how good anything is. I don't care how fancy your terminology is. If you can't control the voices in your head and you're trading scared or you're trading cocky or you're trading greedy or you're trading when you shouldn't be, you're going to have problems. You stand next to the windows and it tilts you out over the. Oh, Greg with the dad. Kyle would be proud. Hey, AMS. I'm long now at 884. I'm a little tempted for a long here, but I can't tell right now if that's just me wanting to force a trade or if that's actually like a nice little setup here. So right now I'm just kind of sitting on my hands. Looking for a short at 893. All right. Clay, your yellow line was a good long. It did backtest a couple times, huh? How's the house coming along? It sounds like electrical inspection hopefully by the end of the week. Well, then this afternoon I'm going to meet up. Sounds like with a guy that I didn't realize he'd be. That was kind of a cool thing for me. But yeah, meeting up with somebody that's going to help figure out my internet situation. Because I love all you baboons so much. I just don't want to risk the live stream going down. But I also am not tech savvy enough to know how to like set up a fortified internet connection. Yes, I have Starlink, but I want to have something in combination with Starlink. So that's what I'm. So that's what I'm. Well, now would still be the good time because he's like, okay, well, you should do this and this and run some wires here, blah blah blah. I figure now would be the time to make sure all that's taken care of. What is we don't have Starlink yet. We will be right now. I'm on fiber. Is Starlink affordable? I mean, it's not the cheapest of things, but it's is affordable enough. What happened to IT Nate? Yeah, let's see, when did we part ways? Going on basically a year and a half ago. Wow, time flies. Yeah, about a year and a half ago. That's true. I could just get a dial-up modem. Maybe I'll do that. Not nervous of it cutting out for a split second. Right. Again. Dummy dum dum. I want to have Starlink, but I want to have something else, another internet provider. So if Starlink does do that, and I just don't know the terminology. I think it's called internet bonding or something. But anyways, we have some choices here. We've given the house is basically on top of a hill. Like whenever I'm there with my phone, it's like 5G. So I mean, but like I said, this is me bringing. This is why I'm essentially bringing in I don't know, a consultant for lack of better terms. Yeah, there's all this there's terminology out there, but I think bonding is what I would technically want. Yeah, exactly. Through a dual like so, and I've been looking at PepLink routers, but it's just one of those things too. Where I don't want to risk not having it set up right. I got Starlink, and it took. Well, when did you get Starlink? I remember that about Starlink, but that was not anything recent. Yeah, well, next time give full details. Don't start off so vague. Because after nailing things down, so I don't mind that at all. Bowl of Para, share your experience, but share the full context, not the little parts that allow you to create a drama that's not actually justified. Just a few months. Oh, real? Okay, just a few months ago. Oh, Starlink run out of. I could have sworn to their website like everything was available to ship, but it's fine. If I have to drive into town to keep working from here while we wait for Starlink stuff to show up because it takes a while, then so be it. I don't even know. I don't even know what I'm going to do with this house. Do I go Airbnb? Do I go Airbnb? Do I just sell it? I don't know. But yeah, if Starlink does take a while to get out there, that's all right. We'll still have this house. I'll still have fiber. Hey, good morning, Jason. I feel like we were frozen. Nothing upside. Yeah, definitely, definitely. For the longest time, I've been saying, hey, I understand. I understand how you could have blown an account today. I can still understand how you'd blow an account on days like today. However, I think you did something really wrong. You must have went massively on tilt, or you must have just went full port because it would take some great effort. It would take some extra baboonery to blow an account on a day like today because the movement is just not what we've been used to. I blew my funded account today. How? How? I can see it a little bit more so in the morning time, perhaps. But even the morning time was not nearly as violent as what we've seen in the past. I'm stupid. Yeah, but okay. But like, did you load up super big on position size? Did you like average down? Puts or calls right now? Neither. Why are you trading options? Kick options to the curb. Options are garbage. I ended up with the T-Mobile internet. Okay, William. So yeah, sounds like that's you're doing what I'm trying to do. Just as I want to have some infrastructure. Musk's network increasing. Net worth. Yeah, net worth is a very deceiving statistic. Don't get me wrong, but a lot of people like here's how you can tell people just don't run your mouth. Just stop right now, please. Please. You're revealing that you're an idiot without actually saying just flat out saying I'm an idiot. Elon Musk should just write a check for $1 trillion. I'll say that again. If you think that Musk can write a check right now for $1 trillion and that he should do that, perhaps just dial down all your proclamations about money and how money works until you actually know how money works. Because you saying he should write a check for $1 trillion tells us that you don't know how money actually works. Okay? Net worth, that's not how that works. He could not write a check for $1 trillion. Not even close. Can you see cell tower from your new place? I think so. I never know what cell towers look like. All I know is we're on a big hill. Well, I think it's big. If you're from Denver, you probably don't think it's big. All I know is that when I'm standing on the property, you get like if 5G shows up on your phone, that's not like shocking. $1 trillion is 1,000 billion. Yeah, that's kind of crazy. Okay, stupid simple way to run two separate income is to run one hardwired. Yeah, I appreciate that, but I'm guessing you're kind of in that world. So you just say that, and you have so many baked in assumptions that I don't know. I don't understand. Bola Para. I think you're now just trolling for the sake of trolling. I meant by full context, when you started off, you should have said, hey, I'm in the UK. I'm on a live account. Like those two little things would have made a lot more sense. That you're not like in some sort of, you're not in the pro account. You're in the live markets and you're over in the UK and you're using Wise. Like that sort of stuff. Yeah, I'm sure I make great speed. I'm sure I'm making it out harder than it actually is. However, it's sort of like you, and I don't blame you. I do the same thing. We all do it with our area that we're very comfortable with. Like you IT guys are always doing this. What do I mean by this? Well, the best way I can explain it is when my kids want to learn how to play football. So I don't know, 4 of the kids were out there. I was like, all right, get to the line of scrimmage. And it's like, they all looked at me, they're like, what? What's a line of scrimmage? I'm like, oh, that's okay, fair point. You literally don't know you don't know anything about it. Like, okay, that's this imaginary line, and you can't go past it until I say hike. Oh, okay, all right. So everybody get to the line of scrimmage. So they did. One was facing the right way, one was facing backwards, another one was facing like off at some angle. I'm like, okay, fair enough. Fair enough. Okay, when everybody's at the line of scrimmage, we all need to be facing the same way, right? So there's so many baked in assumptions, which is also goes to the trading, right? Please don't take this as educational because there are so many baked in assumptions that I don't even think to tell or disclose just because I've been doing this for so long. So, but anyways, I will feel better. Well, I'm not saying I'm going to hire the guy. If he gives me some crazy number, it's like, no. 1 trillion seconds is 31,000 years. Yeah. It's a lot. It's a lot, but unlike what some people think, he does not have $1 trillion sitting in his checking account right now. Fair point. Fair point. He could write a check. Will it bounce or not is another question. Okay. Fair. I'm just gonna explain this because maybe there's somebody here that's like, what do you mean he couldn't write a 1 trillion check? Net worth is just based on things you have that are worth something. But in order to turn a stock into being worth like money that you could put into a checking account, you'd have to sell some of your stock. So if Elon Musk were go to start to, you know, get $1 billion from a stock holdings, well, he'd have to sell $1 billion, $2 billion, $3 billion worth of SpaceX stock or Tesla stock. Selling that amount of stock could cause the stock to start to crash, which means his net worth is now going down because the values of his assets are now going down. I don't know what the lockout period is. I'll just put it this way. You can have both a wired and wireless connection running at the same time, so there is little to no failover. Okay, sounds good. I appreciate that. You already know that. I already know what. Again, as a reminder to everybody here, if you want to be an asset to whatever live stream you're on, avoid broad words. Avoid yes, no, they, it, that. Because I understand that you're replying to what you just heard the live streamer say, but there's a delay. And if the live streamer keeps talking, they're not going to know what you're talking about. So when Bowl of Pear says, you already know that, I have no idea what I know what. What do I know? No, that's not the main point. The main point, in order to fully understand the main point, context matters. That's such bad logic. That's such bad logic. The main point is he got shot. Well, I mean, yeah, he was trying to rob my grandma and he was trying to, kidnap my kids. But those details don't matter. The main point, he was shot. Do you see how poor that logic is, Bola? And on that note, I got to put you in timeout. This is getting absolutely ridiculous, dude. What are you doing? Holy smokes. Don't ever try to tell me, especially as traders, don't ever try to tell me context doesn't matter. That's like the last thing a trader should ever tell anybody in any area of life. Like if there's ever anybody that understands the importance of context, I hope it would be a trader. Clay, I like that. Is it real or not? Okay, see, the word it. I like it. Is it real or not? Again, don't use the words like it. Just type out what it is, because I have no idea what you're talking about. Oh, okay. Gotcha. Well, those are technically two different words. I probably say them the same. I don't probably emphasize the D versus the T. I agree with Sky Mountain, though. Code Clay, all caps. Feed some hungry children. Code Clay, all caps. Feeds hungry children. Yeah, I know what you mean, basketball. I know what you mean. Well said. I hear you. You nailed it, brother. I could not agree more. That's right. Yeah, I know. I hear what you're saying, Jason. But man, I wish somebody would just win out. Hey, thank you, Ninja Trader. You're a good guy. Ninja Trader feeding hungry children today. Code Clay, all caps. Ninja Trader is feeding hungry children. I missed last week already. Yeah, maybe having to only do 2 MNQs wasn't so bad after all. Let me put it this way, folks. Please don't Clay. Are you going to go to the close today? I will not. I will not be going to the close today. But man, that one Friday. Oh man. All right, I'm getting rid of this line here. It's, as far as I'm concerned, it served its purpose. Don't cry for me, Argentina. Oh man. Oh, think. Oh, okay. Another random question. Does anybody have one of those espresso machines that does everything for you? They are they are not cheap, and I'm like, okay, I can potentially see the value if this thing acts like a barista. Like to me, I can start to run calculations, okay, the payback period. But I'm like, is it really that simple? Like, you have the menu, you select whatever. I don't know, but like they're totally automatic. Like you just there's a screen, you pick what you want, and then you just step back. A Nespresso. Well, I think there's various brands, so yeah, I guess I think. Breville works very well. The automated ones. Yeah, Presso. Is Nespresso? I'm looking at their site right now. Is that a good or is that a good brand? I don't know. I don't know a whole lot about coffee at all. And the reason why I'm thinking about this is I forgot my coffee and I'm so tired. You have to buy their pods exclusively made for them. No. That's not what I'm thinking. I'm not thinking of pods. You're thinking of Keurig type stuff. I think that's what you're thinking of. Yeah. All right. Automatic. So like this. This is not the one I'm saying I'm getting, but like, I don't understand. Like this thing is essentially like an AI robot, I guess. Like barista. But like, so somebody's going to have to walk me through this. How can this be $5,500? Like Giga 10 Jura? I don't know who Jura is, but 35 specialties, brews, hot coffee, cold brew specials. And then it can make all these types of coffee. Wait, load more? Stop. Oh my goodness. Like, look at that. Look at me. What? Huh? Am I seriously looking at a $10,000 one? What am I looking at right now? What is... I mean, talk to me, Goose. Talk. What am I looking at? Again, I'm not saying I'm just... They can get expensive. That's what I'm saying. But it does... Are those things worth it? Time to fire my employees and fully automate my store. I mean, it was something like that. Goodness. All right. I assumed that... I don't know. I'm tempted to kind of just YOLO something. Let's see. Let's do like the coffee maker trade. Commercial. I don't know what those were. Breville Oracle Touch. I have heard of Breville. Breville or Oracle Touch. Breville Oracle Touch. Oh, Doc Soul. Doc Soul. I just cracked a walnut over here. Okay, so uh-oh. What's up with this? Ah! So $2,800. I mean, this actually looks pretty good now, right? when we were just looking at a $10,000 one, this doesn't look too bad. I ain't scared. That's the one I have at home, Clay. It works well? Okay, cool. You guys like that Breville one? And then also, I gotta stop like random stuff keeps about. But then I heard about saunas and how good saunas are for you, like health wise. And from my understanding, like medically backed up good for you. And I'm like, oh, would a sauna be fun at the new place? And then like everything, it's like, well, look at this big price range. It's crazy. I'm not sophisticated. I just drink iced coffee from Dunkin' and I call it a day. Yeah, but how much do you spend on that though? See, we want to host. We want to have people over. We want to have you baboons from the chat over, especially Barbara and Meech and yeah. So we want to be able to offer our guests a nice variety. So a lot of this is not necessarily to do with. I mean, I'm sure we'd probably. Well, my wife, bless her heart, which goes back to the whole she's so thrifty. She's like, well, I don't like those. I don't want to experiment. Like you can't experiment with those if they do it all for you. That's not fun. I'm like, okay, do you have to try to figure Clay, you can make your own sauna? Really? How? Sauna is worth it if you work out. Dude, I'm constantly chiseling my body. When you're a piece of granite stone like I was. When my mother birthed me, I was just a cube of granite. And then all of a sudden cracks started to fall off. And it was I chiseled my way out of this brick of granite. You do 3 cycles? I have no idea what we're talking about now. That's true, Ron. Well played. A real man would build his own sauna. That's true. Ooh, is it finally going to break down? I'm going to show you what I'm going to try to cook up here. So the low of this candle. Ooh, Doc Soul. Okay, we have a low right here, and now we have the 50 SMA right there. So does that mean it's going to bounce from here? Nope. Does it mean I'm going to take a swing at it? Yep. If it comes down there, that is. Yeah, I just want a nice espresso machine in my sauna. Ninja Lux. I don't know. I'm kind of sketchy. Does Ninja make good products or not? I don't know. So it's official. United States is broke. I mean, I don't know. What is your definition of broke? Depending on your definition, we may have been broke for a while. You're looking to get short right there? You're looking at short at a bounce point where there's also the 50 SMA? I mean, yeah, it can always break down through, but oh, you're already in short. Okay, well that's way different then. So you don't really care if this breaks out or not, because I'm assuming it'll be a green trade for you no matter what. Oh man. Speaking of coffee, let's go. Come on, Bat. How have you not gotten a hold of us yet? This is crazy. What are these government employees doing, or how long does it take? Now my wife's not reading my text. My life is falling apart. Live stream, my life is falling apart. The text just says delivered. Nobody likes me, everybody hates me. Guess I'll go eat worms. Fat one, tall one, skinny ones, diabetic ones. I was trying to type it out, but went too quick. Okay, I need to cancel this out. Because now if I am buying, what would I be buying? I would be buying this failed green candle. And that is not where I'm looking to buy. If anything, now I might be looking to get short. With try to anticipate a break of this area. Okay, I am short. Come on, get down there and then push. Put out one more just in case there's a really big spike. Come on. I don't know. Am I being stupid? Should I just be taking these scalps? We are right at the 50 SMA, but on the 5-minute. Come on. Push down through. Do it. That stupid 50 SMA. This thing could so easily bounce on me, though. And I know your grandfather's song. Well, when I questioned it, that was a different dynamic. I'm going to add more here. I'm trying to trust this overall move here. I'm going to add if it wants to come down to the red line. Thinking this could be just a dead cat bounce here. What am I doing? Come on. I literally, you're right. I was like, hey, yeah, why would you short here? Blah, blah, blah. And then what did I do? I went short. And now I'm trying to add. But it would look nice, though. If I could get this ad. Whoa. That was the weirdest ad I've ever seen. It, like, didn't even go down and hit. I mean, it did, but visually, it didn't look like it did. All right. Are you coming down or not? Come on. Come on. All those green lines represent targets. Don't even bounce off that blue line now. Looking pretty. Looking pretty. Can it deliver, though? Oh, my goodness. I couldn't ask for a better candle here. Go. Go. Dirty rat. It will not. Twice now off the blue line. This area is killing me. Go. Keep going. Come on. I don't know what I'm doing. I probably should have just taken the scalp. This action is just I don't even know. Don't trade irritated, folks. And I am irritated due to the bat. How have they not called me yet? This is so stupid. Uh, all right, I'm about to get back all my gains, huh? I gotta get out. All right. Uh, I think we'll attack the all-time high today. Well, then you better get long. Oh, well. Oh, well. I guess on the bright side, I am still technically green. A little bit. Well, I hope you're all having a better afternoon than I am. Are you seriously going to come back down? I'd be emotionally erect long and at this price. Well, you just said I think we'll attack the all-time high today. That's why I told you to do that. I'll just accept in your premise. I think we're going to attack the all-time high. Cool. Then get long, brother. I was up 1-4 and now up. Ooh, yeah. Well, Serpent, misery loves company, so I guess we have each other that we can hold. 2 accounts at Mac lost, but my. Yeah, not bad. Nice little balancing out there, Ninja. Yeah, I'm just in hindsight. I'm not sure how much is biased or not, because there was a couple moments here where it did look really good, and I mean, to be fair, it did hit my first target, but I did also say, as one of you pointed out, dude, you just said going short there would be wild, and then not only did you not go long, you decided to still go short. Things change. Things did change a little bit, to be fair. So it's not like it's totally apples to apples, which is where my hesitation is coming from. But yeah, I don't know. Dude, I forgot. So here's something that threw me off. The one thing that Michigan, even more so than Ohio, where I grew up, but if you're right on the Indiana Ohio border, given you're on the eastern end, or I'm sorry, the west, you're on the back side of the Eastern time zone. It was at the wedding 9 o'clock, 9 o'clock, and had you had no clocks around you, you would have been like, oh, I don't know, it's what, like 4 o'clock, 5, so light. Finally, like I don't think Michigan has hit its longest day yet, but does not get dark until like 10:15. It's crazy. The benefits of being on the edge of it, the edge of the Eastern time zone. Why I started to talk about that, I don't know why. I'm not sure. I don't know. You may question that, to which I have no answers. Oh, it was because I was back in Michigan and I was just thinking about. But anyways, which makes me wonder. Okay, do we have anybody here on the East Coast right now? So on the East Coast, what time does it usually get dark right now? So anybody here on the East Coast? Obviously you would be in Eastern time zone. But on the Eastern, do we have anybody? I don't. So just any of those states. 8 o'clock, huh? Around 8? Okay, Philly and Mambo. Where are you guys at where it gets dark at 8 o'clock? In the summer? Okay, what time will you say it gets dark there right now, Mike? Okay, oh, okay. Like, what time is it dark? Not starts to like, oh, okay, well, I mean, like, we're like, you can't like play catch it without turning on a light. Oh my goodness, Matt. I'm going to lose my mind. How can you build houses yet you can't differentiate? Wait, okay. Just a minute. I could be wrong. I don't think I'm wrong. Is any part of Texas in the Eastern time zone? Okay. I need feedback here. I need feedback. In my mind, I made it abundantly clear that I was asking for people on the East Coast, in the Eastern time zone, what time it got dark. Again, but Clay, no, you did not make that clear. Oh, all right. You were okay. So you weren't even here. Okay. No, it's not Eastern time. Okay. That's crazy. Yeah. Again, on the East Coast. On the East Coast. The lack of geography knowledge is mind boggling. Now, it's so bad that now I don't trust myself. I didn't think Kentucky was on the East Coast. Let's bring up a USA map here. I could very well be wrong because I am a dented baboon. But in my mind, no, Kentucky, no, we're not even close to the East Coast. I. How do teachers not go to jail for like heart? How do teachers do that? Okay. Last question. I know some of you will just rage bait me, so it's pointless. I asked for people on the East Coast in the Eastern time zone. And then I made the comment, okay, well, that's kind of stupid. Of course, people on the East Coast are in the Eastern time zone. No, it's no, Ty. It's people not listening. I could never be a teacher in real life because I would lose my mind. Okay. We're talking East Coast. Kentucky. What? Well, Kentucky's in the Eastern time zone. I didn't say the Eastern time zone. I said people on the East Coast. Do people not know what on the East Coast means? Am I real? Did I die of rabies? Where am I? I think I died of rabies. Where am I right now? I think the rabies got me. I don't think that this is real anymore. Okay, well, you just gave me a ballot of why I would have to say the Eastern time zone. Because that's true. But I did cover my base because I did mention Eastern time zone. I did think that was stupid to mention it. But per your point, well, no, Clay, when you mentioned the Eastern time zone, that meant East Coast of the USA. Yeah, guys. Yeah, exactly. Like Arizona, you dense. Anyways, it's kind of nuts to think that for some of you on the east in the Eastern time zone, because you're on the East Coast, which makes sense, right? You're on the front side. Man, it's getting dark right now. Michigan's got like 2 hours on you. That's wild. Man, I don't know what I'd do if I wasn't so sexy. Dang, what am I doing with my life? Being sexy is such a curse. It's crazy. I'm on the OG time zone. Yeah, you're over in yeah, do you even get daylight? Isn't the UK like that whole island one of the most depressing places because it never do you guys even do you know what the sun looks like, Chris? Oh, is that okay? Okay. Wait. Wait. You're cooking, I think, keeping the West wild, right? So how does that work? It's also okay, so you're saying yeah, but it's also darker for longer in the morning. That's fair. But I guess does that really matter as much? I don't think so. I think it's cool to have it at least a kid's perspective probably. Don't cry for this. Oh, please, we cannot have a full week of this. Again, I know it's worse because the contracts. I have now officially learned this is the nail in the coffin that when we get close to the contract and do you roll forward or do you not, everybody's attention is divided. People are so like this. This makes sense. I know it'll pass, and it sounds like we do have interest rate decision. Does the Fed have a decision this Wednesday? It does. It does. Doxol. Okay, so now I'm not gonna. I'm not totally. I mean, I'm panicking right now, but I'm not gonna let the panic continue because it makes sense why this action is just the way it was today. We have the Fed announcement coming on Wednesday. I think if I'm reading this right, but I'm an idiot. Yeah, 16 to 17. Okay. We have the contract rollovers, and then we have kind of the war coming to seemingly an end for now. So all these things together, I'm not for. Hopefully, the action will not remain this way. Crazy. Should have been watching. Yeah, I don't know. It should have been. Who knows what you should have been watching? I don't know. All right. Well, hey, if you are enjoying the live stream, if you want to help support it, ensure it continues, ensure that it stays ad free, then code Clay all caps. It is case sensitive, so it's got to be Clay in all caps. With any of these prop firms, is how you can not only save yourself some money, but also help support the stream. So any of these prop firms, whatever the promotions they're running, the code Clay will give you that exact same promotion. So with Take Prop Trader right now, they actually are running a limited sale. They're, I guess, what, a week? No, 3 days ago? I can't remember now. 4 days ago, they were running 30% off. Now they're running limited at 40% off. So that extra 10% can add up over time. So right now, take Prop Trader 40% off and then no activation fee with code Clay. Then, of course, any of these other prop firms, you can also save yourself some money and help support the stream. But I'm going to go ahead and call it good. This action, I can't take it anymore. So action should improve as the week goes on. But yeah, this was a rough one today from I mean, literally, I'm just looking at that 5 minutes sideways for Such a long time. Anyways, hopefully you all did better than I did. The wheels fell off for me. Stayed green, but not a good afternoon session at all. But it is what it is. So on your way out, if you don't mind hitting that like button, that would be great. If you are not yet a subscriber, make sure to subscribe, turn on notifications. I'll be back tomorrow at the very latest, 11 a.m. Eastern. Usually I show up a little early, so that is why if you subscribe, make sure to also turn on notifications so you'll be notified of when I do go live. But that is all I have. Take care, everybody. Have a good one. We had some good conversations today. It was still overall fun, but just price action wise got a little bit rough. But take care, everybody. See you later. See you tomorrow. Hit that like button. Take care.